Oh my God, it's Monday. So
That's how I felt
greetings.
this morning.
Yeah, welcome to Monday, February 27th. I am thrilled to be here and actually able to hold down liquids and have a show that hopefully won't go too long because it was so awful that I literally only have 19 clips. Although that's what we spent the last 10 minutes doing. Well, these four boys, if you include Bon Jovial behind the scenes, are talking about Star Wars, whilst I'm trying to find some stupid clip about metal detectors.
Right, that's how we roll.
We were just having some banter.
Just some witty banter, some witty repartee.
Half-witted nerf herder.
Exactly. fuzzy, half-witted nerve herder. Who you
I
calling
didn't realize
fuzzy?
that you were like a Star Wars nerd as well.
I can arrange that.
Everybody is Monique. Everybody from Generation X knows everything about Star Wars. It's not really. I mean, Xavier's another level, but everybody has the basics down.
Yeah.
You know.
If you saw his collection of helmets, you'd be
Oh, I got a helmet you can collect.
I'm jealous of that.
Hey-oh.
Xavier, you should show Dennis a picture of your helmets one day.
I should. I will.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hi everybody. I will explain to you all what happened to me last week. So, as you know, I started out the week with like a little bit of back issues, and I wound up going to the chiropractor on Tuesday. So Tuesday, she absolutely beat the shit out of me, and I appreciated it. I mean, but she said that I probably would have some toxins that were being released, and
oh wow,
I might be a little tired and whatever. Well, I will tell you that I just, of course, because I'm also obsessed with the Murdoch trial right now. So I got home and I put the trial on, and so I quickly texted Bon Jovial, who came to the rescue and was able to. I know chiropractor, voodoo science. I know. I'm not sure I believe in it either, but it's helping. So that's all I got. But cut to Tuesday after I fall asleep, and then all of a sudden I'm really feeling like shit. And then the next day, oh my God, I was just as sick as can possibly be. I mean, just throwing up and I couldn't keep anything down. And
you sure you didn't stop at Costco on the way home?
I positive, no hot dogs,
Stop talking about those hot dogs.
No beef injections were involved with this sickness. There was just nothing.
This is serious though. Did you drink a lot of water afterwards?
Okay, so after vomiting and then Googling it and basically knowing for sure I had stomach cancer, right? So after throwing up, I was supposed to go to this restaurant opening party thing. And I wrote to my friend and I said, hey, not going to be able to make it. I'm vomiting. I feel like shit. I can't even get my head off the pillow. And he's like, oh, I just actually finished a really bad bout of norovirus. Norovirus. He's like, and it's going around.
Yeah,
and immediately all I'm thinking is some migrant worker shitting on a bunch of fucking lettuce and then them not washing it appropriately enough when I proceed
elitist
to eat it. Who else works in the fields? Raise their hands. Anyone? Yes, I'm very pregnant.
40 acres and a mule.
So 4 days later, and he's like, honey, you need to hydrate yourself or you're going to wind up in the hospital with an IV. And I'm like, yes, I'm very parched and I don't know what to do about it. I'm like, so I went and got myself like a bunch of Gatorade, but I was really concerned about the calories. So I got like the no sugar.
You can get, right, no sugar Gatorade. It's nothing wrong. It's
no
good.
Sugar
it's
Gatorade.
Okay.
I threw that all up. And I just couldn't keep anything down. Nothing.
It makes rainbows when you do that, though.
Yeah, right.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was just absolutely awful. So 4 days, not a single lick of food. And,
wow. You know what? Because you are getting too thin.
Don't say that.
And the guy who also got sick, was he gay?
No.
Okay.
No. So anyway, it's one of those things where apparently it only lasts for like 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it is. And there's nothing they could do about it. There's really no pills you can go on. Just hydrate.
Right. if you post that, because Howard would want to know the secrets, because he'd want to do that too. Because he needs
Yes,
to
he
lose
wants
3
to throw up.
pounds.
Are you kidding? I mean, don't get me wrong. Any girl who weighs more than 10 pounds over what is supposed to be your BMI is
getting sick.
thrilled to go to Mexico and have dysentery and
Yes.
fucking vomit
Isn't
for
it
5
awesome?
days.
Beth
Oh my
and
God, it's the
Zuma's
best.
revenge.
It's like you come home, you've lost So P.S. I wound up losing 5 or 6 pounds this week.
That's
Didn't
hot.
make me happy. Not gonna lie, because it was obviously all just water and shit weight. And
Hey, wait, now you're ready for Ashley's wedding, right
yes.
now.
You are.
Well,
Look at
P.S. All of a sudden, I wake up on Sunday like nothing. Nothing was wrong with me.
That's good.
Nothing had happened. I wasn't sick for 4
That's right,
days.
Steve Z. Steve Z says, "Show us your clavicles."
Oh yeah, here, let me show you. Here. I don't really have. I don't
Oh
really
wow,
have-
look at those sexy clavicles. Those are in.
So horrible.
Oh.
It's so hard to do that.
Okay.
It's so hard. I can see her doing that when she's taking pictures. You know what I mean? Because it's
No,
so
it's easy
to
for
just
it.
make them.
It's all sinew.
It's sinewy. It's gross.
Sinew.
So anyway, yeah. So that's it. So chiropractor helping, feel much better, and our work day begins again. So there we go. Again, here we
Are
are.
you going to go on
Monique-
vacation soon?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, next week. It has to be next week.
Yes, if all things remain equal to the last 2 years, he will be on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Yes.
Hey,
dear God.
Mo, the possibilities of successfully navigating norovirus is approximately 7,201.
Are you going to be like our AI chatbot tonight?
Just don't tell me the odds.
Monique's vomit's like, oh, my Roy G. Biv over here.
I can assure you there was no Skittle vomit. But the worst
rainbow.
part of vomiting, the worst part is when you realize that you have to vomit and all you have eaten for the day thus far is some vanilla yogurt with dark chocolate chips. And so it's this curious mix of sweet and sour. I'm not going to get any more detail than that, but it was gross.
Well, at least I got sick after going out Friday night, but at least it was with chicken wings, so it was just one and done.
Oh, see, right.
it.
So
Done.
So today's my first day of eating, and I was trying really hard to figure out what to eat. So I just wound up with like a Caesar salad with some grilled chicken.
Nice.
Really?
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a
what I
good. That's
got.
a good. Work you in. I'm supposed to record seriously a public service announcement for advice on to not have Wellbutrin with whiskey on New Year's Eve.
Really?
I'm recording a public service for the people.
Okay, mark that note for a second. Jeremy Harrelson, I need to know everything you know about the Murdoch family, murders, everything, because I am so invested in this trial. The prosecution has rested their case. The defense has rested their case. The prosecution has the right to counter with any testimony that they want to bring back based on the evidence that was brought forth by the defense. And so I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. And then the trial should be over. And it's Monday. So hopefully they'll come to some decision on that fucking ham-faced bastard entitled cocksucker. And I hope he goes to jail. And of course, he's
Mo.
going to go to jail. Just maybe not for this. I don't know. Reasonable
Mo.
doubt. Who knows? Yes.
I
Yes, babe.
just saw this breaking. R2 says that the odds of Murdoch surviving on Hoth are 725 to 1.
I don't know what's going on right now. You know, I feel like, just so you know, I have not spoken to Xavier in what feels like a lifetime.
Although
think
R2
it's-
has been known to be wrong from time to time.
So I have no idea what's going on. I just don't. Okay. So we're going to start the show now and we're going to hope that it works out. Let me just adjust myself here a little bit. Sorry. So let me just
That's
adjust
no
my
mood.
giant white girthy. Okay. And for any of you planet watchers out there, you will notice if you go outside and you have a clear night out there, you'll see two incredibly bright stars in the sky, and you'll look at them and say, "What the fuck is that?" And you will realize that it is the top one is Jupiter and the bottom one is Venus. Yes, so Jupiter's top, Venus is bottom. Venus is brighter than Jupiter in the sky right now, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So if you get a chance, go check it out. and don't pay attention to us because there's nothing else to talk about.
Do you know that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system?
No. What? Please, chatbot,
900
tell us how hot it is.
900 degrees. It is. It's hot enough to melt lead.
Really?
And it has a retrograde orbit. Yeah, rotation.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Yes.
So I just like to take
It
pretty
means it's
pictures.
spinning backwards.
Oh, bend over. I want to see your Uranus. Oh, thank you, Sinlu. I'm glad I'm back too.
Oh,
No, it's Jupiter and Venus, not Uranus. Okay.
Oh, it's not Uranus?
Okay. Okay, so let's start this shit show. So this morning, and I'm not really sure anybody caught it, but since I was kind of in the let me sleep a little bit and do this shit kind of mode, he of course started out Monday morning very tired. And what else is new? But I think that the reason I'm transfixed on 2 planets right here. Okay. So, so he started out tired, but he continued to blather. And then it dawned on me why he was blathering so much, because he was just talking out into the ether. So I have 3 clips relating to that.
He's yelling at clouds.
Well, okay, and Ben, by the way, after the Murdoch murders, we will all jump on the Idaho murders because that's going to be just as good. It's going to be just as good.
You know who lives in Idaho, Monique? Cookie.
No. Who?
Data farmers?
Cookie.
Yes.
Our
That's right,
Cookie.
yes.
He's an
that's why it's called Idaho.
resident.
Idaho.
Oh, Cookie's gonna come back at me for that.
Idaho. All right, here we go.
Hey now. What a morning already. I don't know. It will not be a great show today because I'm very tired. I got up at 3 in the morning, and I don't know, and I went to bed late, too. I don't know what's going on. But it's one of those days where I'm just like, this is crazy. Didn't get any sleep. And I'm one of those assholes that if I don't get any sleep, I'm convinced the day is going to be horrible. There's no powering through it. There's no, don't worry about it.
That's probably not the reason that your show is going to be horrible today.
No, it's just
Oh,
no
he's
effort.
got a disclaimer. He just says you say that up front, gives you a pass. You have 80 shows a year. You can't get this right. You don't get casual Monday. You don't get casual Friday. You make them all count, but not this guy. He's going to preface every show with that disclaimer. Have you ever heard of a Monday where he didn't say this? This
No.
could be 15 years ago.
Well, not only that, but this is only after a 4-day weekend. After this long vacation that's coming up, he's going to be complaining that he's exhausted. Though he's done nothing.
Do you
for
know
18
15
days.
people combined in your life that don't have the free time he has during the course of a week? With
Nobody
all the
has the
people dotting his I's, he doesn't have chores, he doesn't have
He has
anything to do.
nothing
There's nothing to do.
to do. That reminds me, I do want to bring up some choice Instagram things from this week, so we should do that at some point, including that famous dress, which I'm dying to talk about, as you know.
Is,
Famous dress.
If you never leave your
Did you
house,
not?
is it really technically 3-day weekend? I mean, the guy
4-day.
never leaves his house. He's always
4-day weekend.
4-day weekend,
no. I mean,
man.
4-day week and 3-day week.
Oh.
I mean,
3-day
the guy-
work week, 4-day weekend.
There's
Yes.
there's no work week. He doesn't even work.
No, there is no work week. If technically
work.
you're
There's
waking up
there's clearly no prep.
at
He does zero prep for the show.
7-ish and done by 10:30-ish,
Exactly.
pretty much a lot of people start their days around that
He
time.
doesn't work. What the fuck is he talking about?
Okay, we're going to continue on, and let's just hear him killing time just for another moment or two.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Never happens. So, unfortunately, I won't be my usual upbeat, positive self.
Oh,
I
that's
might
a shame.
be very negative
That's a
today,
shame.
which will, of course, be horrible. Usually, my words of inspiration inspire a lot of people. They get excited. Zippy, yay, my.
Now, continuing on this tirade, which as you're listening to it, you're saying, what the fuck is he doing? Why is this happening right now?
What a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming my way.
Oh, zippity doo dah. That's nice. Is he the last guy still referencing that?
Continues singing the song pretty much all the way through, and then we realize why. Here we go.
As I
time.
was saying, Robin, I will not be my usual upbeat self because. Yeah.
Oh, who just logged on?
I did not get a lot of
She
sleep.
woke up.
Who took some time getting onto the show this morning and just decided to pop on to the world's most expensive Zoom call? Who?
Right.
Well,
like that.
she was busy cleaning that bag out. That could be a lot of work.
So she just pops right in.
As I was saying, Robin, I will not be my usual upbeat self because, because I did not get a lot of sleep. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, dear. I was relying on you because I didn't get a lot of sleep either.
Is it because
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
because Venus is in retrograde, Xavier?
No, it's
Try
a
this at your
retro
job,
rotation.
guys. Try this at your job. Just start the day off, whatever you do. Lower the expectations beyond belief and go, I'm going to suck today. Don't expect anything from me. I'm going to suck. No matter what you do.
Exactly.
I'm a referee, and if I got into the pregame huddle and I said to both coaches, look, guys, I'm going to suck today. No matter what I miss, no matter what, just don't take it out on me. Don't yell at me. I have no accountability. Just try that at your job and see how quick you'll get fired. He gets $4,000 a minute.
What are the odds that Robin was talking to her microwave for about 20 minutes before she realized she wasn't on the show?
I know. No, but you're so right, John.
This is performance, Monique. He's not at a cubicle punching in data. This is performance based, right? You're not there to be. You're not JD looking up, America's Got Talent clips.
Listen, he preps us. He preps us for a show that has no prep. So he preps us for hating a show. Oh, okay. So funny C137 should mention that because what I did this week, one of the only things I've done this week is I, instead of having to go to the VLC media player, it is now a permanent part of our
They're good. They're good. They're good. They're good.
It's part of our repertoire. And you know what else I added to our repertoire?
If you're a boy, do not despair.
Do not despair.
To your feelings. Times.
I do love that. Okay.
Times will change.
Times will change.
But how can you have a weekend when you don't leave the house? You don't do
Would you
anything?
stop? There is no weekend. Every day is Saturday. It's, you know what? He just adds a little something for a couple of hours a day for 3 days. That's all. Nothing else. It's like, consider it similar to him going out and playing 9 holes of golf. He wakes up in the
exactly.
morning.
That's
He
pointless.
goes, he plays 9 holes. Maybe it takes him about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Let's go with 3 hours. He chit-chats a little bit, goes home, starts the rest of his day. That's what he's doing. He's just doing a pastime in the morning a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
That's it. The cat came in. It's time to leave. That's all I got to say.
You're
So then he
sitting
goes
right
into
there.
a conversation about this chick called Emma Chamberlain. And before we came on air, I decided I need to look up Emma Chamberlain. And then, of course, I fell down this horrible sinkhole.
And then I fell into it.
Yeah,
I
because
was
you just happened to be,
traumatized.
yes, you just happened to be the shrapnel that was caught in the
traumatized
Emma
now.
Chamberlain vortex, which was that, which really, it hurts my heart that the 21-year-old,
Sin Who. Dennis's cat could sub for Howard.
and we'd still, and it'd still have a better show.
Probably have more prep.
Easily.
Still have a better show. So I was looking up this Emma Chamberlain, whom I think he's slightly jealous of, but he got into this whole conversation about how this chick, okay, so this chick right here, hang on. Let me just get rid of the comments for a section. Moment. Emma Chamberlain's net worth is $12 million. She's 21 years old. And she started out on YouTube and used to like drinking coffee and then started her own coffee brand and has just transformed herself into this huge mega star on YouTube and Insta. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so
Monique,
exhausting.
far be it for me to defend her on any level. But let me guess, the gist of this, because I didn't hear the moment. Let me guess, the gist is her life is easier and too easy and easier than Howard's. She doesn't have an easier life. I guarantee at the stupid shit she does, she works harder at what
She
she
works
does
really-
than Howard and his show. I'll guarantee
How did he
it.
guess that? Oh my God.
I didn't listen, but I'm guessing that's where we're going. I'm
not
so
only that,
prophetic.
not only that, though, sirs. Not only that, but
I heard this too.
but there's a slight jealousy
That's
of
right,
these
Coach.
girls because
Howard
they
wants
didn't
to be
come
her.
up. They didn't come
Yeah.
up in
Didn't
the
pay their
world.
dues.
They didn't pay their dues. Yeah. Hello,
You gotta
Shuli.
work.
Did
You
not
gotta
pay their
work at
dues.
Hartford and Washington before you can be an influencer on Instagram.
She didn't
So-
work for $96 a week.
Exactly. So I fell into this vortex of watching them watch Architectural Digest, going to her home and going through it room by room and all the things that she's done. And look how I did all this marble. And Dennis and I, quite frankly, thought it was a little bit on the not that pretty side.
Pretentious.
No,
Well, she's
not
pretentious
pretentious.
and
Just
it's really ugly.
it's
Vapid side. The
no,
vapid.
it's
Vapid.
very no, it's she worked with interior
Oh,
decorators, which is always
staged,
Like-
like
which is always the
inauthentic
ruination.
in state. Right.
ruination of any home. The only things that she had were very authentic was that her father does paintings, so she had a lot of his paintings up on the walls, and he did things just specifically for her new home.
Like
which,
no one can relate to her access watching this at all. Like the way she writes.
not at all. And it's very kind of retro in a mid-century modern sort of way, but in those dirty colors, like colors I cannot stand. Very dusty,
Oh,
dirty.
she didn't use mauve, did she?
I think she used some.
Oh God, I
did,
hate
yeah.
mauve. When I was
I
at
hate
SIT,
mauve.
I hate men and I hate mauve.
So he starts this conversation about Emma Chamberlain. So let's just start it off, and then we can talk about it a little bit.
It is weird. Like when I started this radio show, when I started my radio career, there was no such thing as the internet. So you didn't get the level of, I got hate, don't get me wrong. You would get newspaper journalists writing about what an asshole
And have
you
them
were.
fired.
Or maybe someone writing a letter to the editor, or someone sending me hate mail or weird shit.
Oh, it was much worse. They would also complain to the FCC. And then that would cause all kinds of trouble.
But if I had to deal with the everybody has a say on the internet, I don't know.
And
That's
everybody
does.
votes
It's called
on
us.
whether you were right in what you said or
Yeah.
wrong in what you said.
Oh my God, it would be so awful because you didn't spend the last 40 years on the air. You didn't tell everybody about your wife having a miscarriage and having to scoop the fetus out of the fucking toilet. You didn't share every single stupid moment with your ex-wife, hence the reason you had to get a divorce, which is why you share absolutely nothing about your new life with us. Isn't this true, Howard?
Yes.
Isn't this true? You built your entire relationship with us on the backs of telling us shit about your life. You involved us in your world. We looked forward to you coming back from vacation so that we'd know every detail about what you did on that vacation. And then you stopped doing it. So
And you
were that
wouldn't have
person.
this gig if you didn't do that shit because we wouldn't have listened.
'Cause we wouldn't have listened.
And you wouldn't
Don't
have had
don't
that
forget
clout
about
to
his
begin
trips
with.
to the homo room.
Yes.
But okay, but you know what I'm saying. That has
do.
nothing to do with this conversation, Xavier. But thank you. It
Hey,
is
I'm
that.
here to do my thing.
Yes, I know, which is this thing. So he did this to us. So if he was to be a new guy on the radio, on the air right now, you would do exactly the same fucking thing as Emma Chamberlain. So
That's
let's
right.
continue on. Just
Less,
for a
no,
snurch.
less, Monique, much less.
Less, because he wouldn't be able to do this.
He's too lazy to do that, right? And he wouldn't show you his home.
With-
He'd never show you his home.
With his face, when he was 19, 20 years old, you would have like 2 followers.
Oh, I know. Imagine trying to
absolutely.
monetize that face
If
with
he
no
was
fame.
like
behind
right
him.
now.
Jesus.
If
Well,
Howard
he
was
could. I mean,
19,
there,
goblin.
there are
imagine?
people into weird kind of stuff like, pelicans and things of that nature.
You know, the
Yeah,
reality of social media today is that the expectation is for you to be a quasi attractive person, and if you're not, then
Yep.
you are incredibly ugly, but you embrace it. Like you embrace your ugliness.
Yes.
There's like fat women, not fat women, but they make themselves
Howard-
fat, like they triple chin themselves, and they make them look really silly and stuff like that. And
Rebel Wilson.
I don't think that he could ever have done that. Robin too. Robin, why don't you share with
Robin's
us
just-
about how your father diddled you in bed? Why don't you share with us about, the man who took you anally with no fucking lube and who was a gigantic penis, and you enjoyed every moment of it because it was the hottest man you were ever with. So just overshare as you feel like it. But now it's a problem. That's
Yep,
a problem. So go
absolutely.
fuck yourselves. So with that, let's go into the impact of critique. I don't know why I named it that. I don't even remember what the clip is, but let's play it.
I kind of understood what she was saying. I mean, it's kind of
Oh, so the whole story was that Emma Chamberlain is thinking that she wants to step back a little bit from what she does on YouTube and what she does it because she feels like she has overshared so much that there's some sort of weird expectation of her now because she has overshared so much.
Wah, I made a lot of money off of you. Now you're taking too much. Wah.
Well, that's I guess what's happening. But you know what?
Wah.
Maybe at 21, she's realizing that maybe nobody really needs to know that you wiped your ass after a shit today. I know you went to the bathroom.
She did.
I know you flushed the fucking toilet. Don't really need to know that you wiped your ass as well. Like, there's just a level of oversharing that has become so prevalent in our society that, maybe she's a smart enough girl that she realizes that she needs to shut the fuck up sometimes. So I don't know what this impact of critique is. Well, let me play it again.
I kind of
Hey,
understood
John, can you
what
have
she was saying.
Boff look up that for me, please? Thanks.
But yeah, sure.
I mean, it's
The way
kind of
thing that
Oh,
they
I
ought to
nutty.
be
understand
timestamped.
it perfectly. I don't understand how so many people want to do it. It's such an invasion when you're
Wow.
putting everything that you do online for people's entertainment.
Yeah.
You're basically asking them to comment on your
Right.
entire life.
Yeah. Well, you
And
are.
the younger you are, the less understanding you have about the impact of people critiquing you constantly.
Oh, so better that we be Robin, who is, quote, a caricature of who she really is on air, who doesn't overshare and who doesn't share. I just, the hypocrisy of these two is so fucking rampant. It just drives me insane. You
So,
high
are you
paid
saying that-
whores who have basically shilled the entirety of your personal lives for years and years and years, and now it's a bad thing. Go fuck yourself.
Mo,
No, well, no.
are
Go
you
ahead,
saying-
Jax.
Are you saying that when Robin used a hose to wipe the shit off her pants, that was a
Little
bridge too far?
overshare. Little overshare.
Well, not
just
only
good for
that,
ratings.
not just the hypocrisy. The very gist of every interview he has with a celebrity is prying into their personal life and asking them about their divorce and their money and their kids to make sure that he's doing better than that. So your whole show revolves around transparency, not with you, but with your guests, because there's no interview without that.
They were very transparent up until about 2013, and then it
That's
kind of
about
started
it, right?
slowly
That's about
going away.
Yep.
Yeah, what
Right.
made the show interesting disappeared.
But you guys see what he's doing, right? He's doing that. What's that? Wazowski? Who's that that annoying broad that keeps showing up
Wachowski?
all over TMZ? The
Who?
Who?
the one that
Charles
was on Blurred
Bukowski?
Lines video. What's her name?
Oh, Emily
right,
Ratajkowski.
Emily Ratatouille.
Her.
Yeah, Emily Ratatouille.
Okay, so she gets famous by being naked in a music video, and then goes, "Oh, I'm tired of being sexualized." So it's the same thing with Howard.
And
He
then writes a
fucking,
book about how she was over-sexualized and that
exactly.
people would
He
come
has a
on to
movie
her
called Private
because
Parts.
she
But now it's
was
like,
naked.
whoa, why are these people overexposing themselves, Robin?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Where's Casey Armstrong?
It's the
That's a
same
very
shit.
good
It's the
question.
same
It's a
exact
little
shit.
segue, but Bon Jovial will have some commentary about that tomorrow. Just as an FYI, Bon Jovial will be running tomorrow night's show. I'm sorry, this is the last time until I
Are
go
you going
away.
to Costco
into-
tomorrow?
Yeah, I got some personal shit to do tomorrow, and and the traffic is
So
so
wait,
horrible
I'm so
down here. I don't
confused.
think I'll make it home in time.
So is he doing it today, tomorrow, or is it Wednesday? Because I'm so confused with the whole time difference thing.
So he'll be doing it right now, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to
Okay.
leave, and he's going to take over, and he's just going to pull a John arm
So we're
all
doing Star
nighter
Wars now?
until 9:00 tomorrow. What are you saying, Bon Jovial? I've seen this Emma Chamberlain. She made a vlog videos of her going to get coffee and buying stuff. Each video gets millions of views. Then every few months she would say she's sad, so she needs a break. You know what? She's going to crack one day. You can't do that shit.
Your
Okay,
bank
so
account.
interesting that you would say that, because then of course that led into some Robin stupidity, which is always fun, where she wanted to talk about Selena Gomez, but she couldn't remember her name.
Oh, this is
obviously.
great.
I mean, all of this is actually craziness because yeah, let's just start it. Here we go.
Just play.
Just gonna say that I just heard that the Gomez girl. What's her first name?
So I didn't know what she was
Paco.
talking about at this point because I
Wednesday.
thought she was talking about
Paco.
Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I really did. I thought that's where we were going with this. so it was very important that she. Now this is the highest paid newswoman in America.
Yes,
okay?
by far.
So just listen to her trying to let us know who she is, and then followed subsequently by what she's doing to make her so popular.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez. She has the most followers on something of anybody. I don't remember
Most follows on something of anybody.
which
Wow.
platform
Absolutely.
it was, but it's
You
like
betcha.
350
Don't know.
million, like the entire population of this country.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to go to the next clip. I'm sorry.
Holy Jesus. I heard that, and you talk about feeling dumber. I actually started feeling dumber after listening just to that.
It gets better
I know.
because she says, so he's like, wow, gee, wow, is she that popular? Maybe I should be following her. And so Robin then proceeds to let us know why she's so popular and why so many people follow her. And then your girl Monique will then explain to you what the fuck she's talking about and how wrong she is. So hang on.
What does she do on there? I mean, maybe I should follow her. I mean, but you must be doing something
She
mind-blowing.
gives you her life too. She'll
Oh.
tell you what she's thinking. She'll share with you, her personal feelings about, whatever way her relationships
Right,
are
right,
going, what she's going to wear to a
Right.
Opening.
award show
No.
or an
No.
opening.
No.
All
Well-
the stuff.
No. Okay, no.
I got
No.
some. Howard's just like Leonardo DiCaprio. Once you turn 25, he has no interest in you, and they're both gay. The only
that's
thing
such
he
a-
knows about is little
Allegedly.
girls under 20. If you think about it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't know shit about shit unless you're a girl on Instagram or a girl celebrity under 25.
So that's why he pays no attention to his daughters anymore. They all out.
Dan.
So Selena does not do that. Selena is
a
so
pop
not
star.
that person. So Robin just pulled
a
that out of her
bobblehead.
ass because she just assumed that everybody who's on social media, that's pretty much why they're there,
media.
to show you what they're wearing and where I'm going and my parties. So there's a couple of things going on with Selena Gomez. So couple of things. She
Thanks.
so she's having this huge drama with Hailey Bieber. And I'm just going to
love
give
it.
you guys a little rough draft as to what's going on with Selena Gomez, just so that you're all on the same page. Selena's also gained a lot of weight because she has a disease, the one maybe
Eat it too much.
Graves or something. So she's on steroids. So whenever
she
she has to
does.
go through a big steroid kind of thing, she starts gaining some weight. This bitch is married to Justin Bieber, who was
Yeah.
her ex-boyfriend, and her and Kylie Jenner give total shade to Selena. So because they now become the mean girls, and Selena's like, oh, just little innocent old, she has lupus. Thank you so much. Just, why do they pick on me? And she'll go back at them. And they'll go back and forth. So everybody wants to see the drama. Everybody wants to see what's going on. Meanwhile, poor little Selena is just living her life, and she's she'll show you her body when she's looking her chunkiest. She'll show you
right.
her when she's looking her shittiest. But this bitch right here will throw her shade like, haha, you didn't get Justin Bieber, I did. Meanwhile, she used to fangirl Justin Bieber and be like the one who would go and try and get his autograph and shit like that. So yeah, that's what you got going on with
And
Selena.
don't forget the fact that Selena is trying to beat Barry Bonds for the home run record. 74 home runs or bust is her new motto.
But they dated forever though.
They
Justin
dated. They
Bieber's
went
name.
back and forth. They
Monique, Stephen Baldwin's the father?
Stephen
What?
shockingly
Stephen
is
Baldwin.
the
What are you talking about?
the weirdo Baldwin is her father.
Father.
Not
Selena
Selena.
Gomez is-
Oh, really?
Wait, Selena
No, not
Gomez
Selena.
is-
No, Haley Bieber.
Haley
Oh,
Bieber.
Hailey Bieber.
Haley Bieber used to be Haley Baldwin.
Oh, she has those. She has those Baldwin. Okay, she has
She's
those
got the Baldwin genes.
I heard that Selena popped Justin's anal cherry.
That's probably true. And you're right. You are absolutely right. Who just said this? Sin Who? Bieber is absolutely still hung up on Selena.
That's
the
right,
problem.
Coach. Howard wants to be them. Exactly right. He'd never have Stephen Baldwin on. He used to be a very regular guest on the show because he's this Christian kook now, and he doesn't fit in with the narrative of the show. Back in the day, he'd have Stephen on the phone talking about his daughter and being really creepy.
This is true. And Bieber happens to be a little bit of a Christian kook as well, so they all get along like perfectly. Yes, I did mention that she has lupus. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember what it was at the moment. Sorry.
My name is
Sue
Lupus.
Monster to the rescue.
I live on the second floor.
Okay, I just want to also mention something really quickly before we continue with the show now that I have the clip up right here, which was from Reddit. And it was just to share with you guys that our dear beloved Fred is now back in the office. So the only person not back in the office.
Wow.
How
Robin
ambitious.
and
What a
Howard.
workaholic.
Well, he has to get away from
10
Allison.
How do you think that went down?
You
think
know,
that they
that's
did
a
a power play
curious
on him?
thing. I wonder if like the whole clip playing thing and what he does
He can't handle it at home.
is not as easily
Yes.
accessible to him as it is in the office.
He's a Luddite. He is not good with
He is a
technology.
Luddite. You're exactly
he
right.
was,
I thought
when
that
this
was
show
Harry Carey
first
for a
started when this show first started on Sirius, he couldn't deal with the new technology. It was a really, really big issue. I got to create.
This
It
is
was
true.
the clip was blocked. I think Monique is spot on. He cannot deal with that from home.
No.
He's just a Luddite.
If he was
Martian-
if he had his druthers, he'd still be playing carts.
Yes,
I'm sure of it.
Yes.
He looks like an old lady.
Well, don't all old men start to look like old ladies
No,
at
no,
some
no,
point?
I mean,
He looks like Harry
seriously.
Carey.
Harry Carey. Harry
Like,
Carey.
wish I was
out
delicious
for the
hot dog.
ball game.
Colin
Hot
Quinn
one,
called him a
hot two.
Colin Quinn called him a Fred's a retarded Gary Oldman. He looks like a maitre d' at a meth clinic.
So yeah, don't we think it's weird that Fred is back and nobody else
No.
is?
Nobody else is.
I mean, I'm not
can see them
surprised
bullying
because
him.
we know what Fred is. But yeah,
Well, I mean-
yeah, go.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, he probably doesn't want to be around Allison much because now the Tess is probably.
But they still have the two apartments. I mean, he could be in the city all he wants.
Well, you sure she didn't flip some more? I mean, because she changed addresses.
Well, unlike Beth, not unlike Beth, her primary residence is out in not Hampton,
Nagasaki?
Sag Harbor.
Sag Harbor.
So, and they still have the apartment in the city. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe he just needs that break. I don't blame him.
Pretty soon, Dennis,
nuts.
Tess is going to age out of the ogling of Howard and Ronnie. She's going to be too old for him. You better get on that.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, and then let's move on.
Right, he looks like a Fred puppet bulldog.
Oh
That's
my God!
It's funny.
Wait, Jeremy Harrison. He looks like Squints Pellanders from The Sandlot.
Now I'm gonna have to look that up.
What kind of
Let me look it up right now.
Who are you, Squints Palladorus from the Sandlot over there?
I don't know that name. I love everything about it, and I'm gonna look it up right
It's like a
this
kid
second.
the
baseball
lead.
movie.
In
No,
the
no, I
lead-
know that. I know the movie.
The lead in Up.
Oh, right.
How many
Squints.
sound drops do you? Oh my God!
Squints.
Jesus.
That's funny. That's a
That's
great
amazing.
reference.
It's
With
the
gray
glasses,
hair.
obviously.
It's Squints with gray hair. pull
How many times
up.
does Fred hit a button during the show on average? 2, 3?
It used to be more. Used to be
Of
more.
course, it used to be more.
Oh, it
No,
was way
yeah.
more. It was way more. It
Now
just
it's 4.
If he does it like a dozen times, it's way too
Oh,
much.
he's exhausted.
How is
Yeah.
there nobody named Squints Pallandorus on our website?
Oh, I know. That'd be a great name.
Seriously, that's
That'd be
a
a great name.
great name.
Monique,
Great
you know,
name.
Jeremy Harrelson just sits in South Carolina all day watching the Sandlight and the Murdoch trial.
And the Murdochs.
that's
yeah,
it.
that's
Yep.
pretty much
Yeah,
what he
no
does.
Hey, someone referenced the Golden Girls. Remember, like when we looked it up, and it turns out that the cast of the Golden Girls was younger than the current staff at
Yes.
Western.
Yes,
Like, it was
the
not even
Golden
close.
Girls, when they started the Golden Girls, were
It's not
all
even
younger.
close.
I think Estelle Getty was maybe like Howard's age or
Youngest.
Ronnie's age or something
Maybe.
like that.
No, Estelle Getty was the youngest. The one that played the mother was the youngest of the group.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
she
That's
was.
right.
She was the youngest of
I
the
think-
group.
I think there's like a 10-year handicap if they had to go at each other.
And Betty White was the oldest.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. Howard Stern show, you know. The young,
I
wacky
bet you
morning
Howard's
zoo.
5 years older than Estelle Getty
Dee
is.
Mac
during
right
that-
there,
right
man.
now.
The man's
Yeah.
got it. He knows.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right this
Boom.
second.
Picture this. Sicily,
Dennis is right for the most. I think it is. Estelle Getty was the youngest, I think. Sara knows everything about that.
My body is tingling all over. You will never guess what just happened.
Thank you for. I could just picture B. Arthur rolling her eyes as we speak.
That is
You know, our
amazing.
Fred in Australia can do that like a million miles away. And
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
shopping on Amazon. not doing
Tomorrow,
dick,
too.
Making
Is,
$3
right
million
on
a
the
year.
Estelle Getty is Jennifer Connelly's age now,
I think she's dead,
or
no?
J Lo's
She
age
passed
now.
away.
No, I'm saying her here. Is she like
They're all
J Lo's
gone
age
I
now?
think.
In terms of like just to put it in perspective,
Let's see what's going on.
if she's
here.
like 52 there, she's like J Lo's age now.
Okay. Okay,
Betty
the
White,
actress's
oldest.
age when the series premiered is 63 years old for Betty White.
That's Betty White.
Still younger than
uh,
Howard.
Xavier, can you
Way
remove that?
younger than Howard.
Xavier, can you remove the comment for me, please? Okay. Thank you, sir. Beatrice Arthur, how old?
64.
60. She was probably 60.
52.
63 when the series premiered.
Okay, almost got it.
$1.
Oh, my Dorothy Zabornak. Oh,
Character's
yeah.
age when the series
Rose.
premiered was supposed to
One
be
that played-
53 years old. Okay. Estelle Getty.
Ah,
During the 62.
60.
Age when the series premiered, 62.
Oh,
They
wow.
were all pretty
Wow.
much in the same, but she was supposed to be 79.
Wow.
Rue McClanahan.
When the show started, 53.
Nah, 59.
She was definitely
60.
the youngest. I'm
$1.
going to go,
$1, Bob.
I'll go with 56.
I'll go 53.
52.
Oh, wow. so
That's-
she
so
was
that's
younger.
It's
She
not
was
even
younger
close,
than
dude.
every main person on the Stern Show now.
It's Jennifer Connelly's
Yeah.
age now. She's 1 year older than Winona Ryder is right now.
Wow.
Alyssa Milano. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
We love you too, Crazy Robin.
Nonetheless, all of them younger than people on the Stern Show.
Who's the youngest? Baba Booey, right? And he's an old man.
In terms of the
60
main
now.
cast acts,
He's 60.
Yeah, right?
out of the Buckwall clients,
Oh,
Yeah,
Benji's
Gary's-
As
Gar-
Jackie called them.
Gary's born
61.
in 61. Yeah.
Benji's 55 now?
At least.
Oh,
that we
bro,
know.
at least.
56. I think he's born in 67. That's what Langford
He
uncovered.
raises the bar on that every single year.
Yep.
But they show him as 55.
David Brenner and Benji line him at their age.
There you go.
Yeah.
The
So there
Golden
you go.
Girls were
Okay.
younger. It's not even close.
It's
Wow.
pretty amazing.
AARP Radio.
Yes, that's the name of the show
That was
today.
a great title, Monique. WAARP Radio. That's great.
That's it.
WAARP in Cincinnati.
Biznick.
I don't think this is when this came through, but there was a call which I just clipped before we got on air.
I'm sorry, Monique. Rupert Pumpkin. Howard's hair is the youngest Howard Stern.
Yes, yes, I'm sure it is.
At 22.
Yeah, Howard's his hair is only like 10 years old.
As is the fresh colostomy bag, Robin. Oh, too soon?
Howard's nose.
Too soon? Too soon?
Travel down.
Oh, St. Luhu, you have to leave now. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah, come on.
Can you
Benji
ban
has his
her?
fine
You gotta
points.
go.
Can you ban her from the chat, please?
Yeah.
Okay,
will.
so this clip is just kind of thrown in there. It's about Howard, obviously, and Robin calls him out on it, obviously. I had missed this, so this is what I was looking up right before we came on air. So let's go to metal detectors real quick.
And I'm not saying it's going to catch every active shooter or anything. But for Christ's sakes, metal detectors at the schools would be a big fucking boost. I
Okay.
Xavier's waiting.
One of the biggest lies of his lifetime here.
had them where I went to school.
You
I
did?
went to
That was a long time ago.
I went to teachers were getting knifed. And,
they
I
weren't.
went to a really bad school.
Chatbot Xavier.
Metal detectors were first used in Detroit high schools during the 1989-1990 school year.
And they
That's for the
weren't used
Piston
in
bad
airports. They weren't used in airports, and this was in limited variety until 1970.
Well, I vaguely remember when that happened. It was such a big deal. They're like, they're turning schools into prisons. And people say Detroit and whatever.
Well, it is Detroit. Detroit is one big prison.
Yeah.
No, that was just for Rick Mahorn, Dennis, the metal detector.
Yeah. So,
Well, Rod,
but you know what?
Dutton Rodman and Dick Johnson.
Maybe he did go to high school in 1989. I don't know.
You know,
he's
well,
cruising
like we
around.
said last
There
week,
you
he
go,
just keeps
yeah.
pushing, you know, remember
the
when me and my
goalpost keeps
dad were on
moving.
Sirius XM together?
yes.
We said he's just going to keep pushing that button.
Next
So
week he's going to talk about when him and his dad used to watch Friends when he was
Friends
in
together.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's
Friends when he was
coming.
in
It's
third
definitely
grade.
coming.
do you guys agree with this? I was reading an article the other day that was named like the all-time top like 100 beautiful women according to today's aesthetic of what is considered beautiful. Do you know who they named number one? Who would you think? Now, you know, let's
It's
go
going to
through
be an
all the beauties.
unconventional answer. It's going to be an answer
an
to
ugly
make them
broad.
look like they're,
That's what it's going to be. An
It's
ugly
going to be
broad.
to make them look deep. It's not going to be what you think. It's going to be like
It's not Raquel Welch. It's not Bridget Bardot. It's not. Cindy
I got it.
Crawford.
Precious. It's Precious.
Yeah, of course it's Precious.
Michelle Obama.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I'm
No.
going
Is it
for
really
like
Precious?
I'm going for the woke answer.
No, don't go woke. Don't go woke. Just think of who would you think of as, okay, she's pretty, but she's not the most beautiful woman.
Emily Ratatouille.
No, I'm going to give you a hint. It's from a
Cameron
show most of you watched, but I have already admitted I never have watched in my life.
Lizzo's a good answer, guys. in the
TV
chat.
show back in the 90s.
Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Queen
No,
Latifah.
Seinfeld.
Queen
No,
Latifah.
keep going. Friend of Stern.
Friend of Dort. Oh.
Oz,
Who?
Sopranos.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh,
She's how many
Jesus.
times has she won this? She's the best we got. She's okay
God.
looking. She's not even close. You'll find, walk through a mall in 1996. You'll find 30 chicks hotter than her every 10 feet.
Absolutely. And the rumor mill, which I tend to believe, is
Publix
that
is
she
buying
has
hotter
been
girls.
wearing blue contact lenses since she's like 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
And now she can't even take them out because people look to bust her on the fact that her eyes are
Oh,
actually
that
duty
sounds
brown.
like some other. It sounds like a famous supermodel.
But
who
you
has
have,
green
Dennis,
eyes.
yeah, you have to be famous enough to rank on that. It can't be like, you have to be just a certain level of fame in order to qualify for this award, as Monique has said before. It's not really about beauty, it's about fame, then the beauty, and then
She does have fripples though, so there's that.
Like
She has
Holly
what?
Robinson Pete is
Fripples.
10 times more attractive than Jennifer
has what?
Aniston, but she'll
Fripples.
10 times more attractive than Jennifer
She always
Aniston.
has like frozen
Frozen nipples? I
Fripples.
gotcha. Fripples.
It's the nipples,
She
right?
does.
It's all at the-
She does always have fripples.
Monica
yes.
Bellucci.
Pointers.
Pointers.
Yeah, but I don't find her to be the most attractive woman.
Not even
I mean,
close.
you know, the love of me is the Raquel Welch. I think she's the most stunningly beautiful. Yeah. And I also really, really love Princess Grace of Monaco, Grace Kelly. I think she's a classically stunning,
She
beautiful.
can't drive. I mean,
I
that's the
just
only
can't
problem.
drive.
She can't drive.
And I also loved what's her face, Natalie Wood. I think is absolutely
And she
gorgeous.
can't swim.
Well,
And she can't swim.
Mo, I think we failed to take into consideration that Aniston is Greek, so that means third input is in play at all times.
Yeah.
Very good, very good, very good, X.
I like Euros.
We're going to move on a little bit, and
Catherine Bach.
and again, you guys can contest Howard's commentary right here.
I've been bragging for years that we had like 21 million listeners on terrestrial radio, and I'm like, gee, I mean, I was like, and that was considered the biggest audience ever, because we had syndication. And then like stuff like stats like we had 1 out of every 4 cars on the Long Island Expressway listening to us. But Selena Gomez laughs at me. She's like, you idiot.
So, your commentary about cars in New York City, I would probably agree with.
Yeah, I would too.
I think where you have a mistake
50,000
is
at
where
best
you
there.
used to tend to extrapolate out from that and think that there were 2 or 3 people in that car,
Right.
which
Well,
there
yeah.
never was, because anybody who's ever driven on the Long Island Expressway knows that everybody's a selfish fuck and just wants to be in their car by
But
themselves.
they try the HOV lane, and that people are way too
Exactly.
selfish to go
There
along
is
with
no
it. I
HOV
know.
dummies.
There's no way you're going to go along with it.
There was no HOV lane back in his day.
Yeah, no
There was no
kidding.
HOV, you know?
According to Howard, the only one that's not commuting together is him. He's the only one going in solo from Old Westbury.
Okay, so let's check on the highest rated
Hell,
radio.
there's so many of the other like guys that were syndicated on AM that have so many more listeners than he had. I mean, serious Christ, 21 million, my ass. Wait.
Okay.
If he had 21 million, where were they at Private Parts?
Where
Did
were
they all
they
take
at
the
Beer
weekend-
League,
Did they all take
too,
that month
Dennis?
off?
How about Beer League?
Apparently, none of them heard about the Springsteen interview.
Yeah, they didn't hear that
Where were
either.
they for the CBS ratings, Dennis, on Saturday night?
I have no idea. Where were they?
Shouldn't at least 1/20th of that audience been watching every week?
Exactly.
I'm just going to tell you that America's Top 40 with Ryan Seacrest has an estimated 20 million listeners.
Yeah.
And
Right
that's
now?
just
See that?
consistent. That's consistent. Let's see. Hang
What
on.
about Casey Kasem back in the day? Jesus, that show was on everywhere.
Let's see.
His countdown show, my God.
I know Dory Moore. Rush Limbaugh. I'm no Rush fan, but that
He
guy.
had huge. He had a
He
giant
was on at
audience.
noon too, Dennis. He destroyed the whole fable about morning radio. He was on at noon. So
I don't
it's
know what
like,
I don't know what the number is, but it says the late Rush Limbaugh show was the #1 commercial talk show from 1987 until his death in 2021. NPR's Morning Edition, which I listen to religiously in the morning because it puts me right back to sleep,
Sleep, yeah.
estimate over 23 million weekly listeners.
I don't know. I think they're conflating.
that's right,
that.
David.
Huh? Well, don't forget, NPR is countrywide. So that makes sense because it
Yeah,
is
I
in
guess
every
1%,
market.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor. I was watching that Alex Jones trial, which is crazy in itself, but I couldn't believe what a listenership he had while listening to that. How much money he had to cough up to the victims in what's the name of the town? Sandy Hook.
But-
His
Yeah,
Sandy Hook
but you know
floods,
what? Those were going to always be outrageous numbers because everybody knows he would never be able to pay it off. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You do it as a
He's no
as a
Scott Shannon,
token,
Dennis.
as a
No, he
symbol.
isn't. Absolutely not.
Okay, here's the top talk shows, top
that.
radio shows. Period. The Dave Ramsey Show gets 18 million listeners
Jesus.
a week, and then Marketplace, which is also financial news, which is APM, which is part of NPR. All Things Considered gets 14.7. Sean Hannity Show gets 14.5. Morning Edition on NPR again, gets. But again, these are, and I think radio has changed a little bit because most of these shows are on pretty much everywhere. Like you can get
Yeah.
everything everywhere now. So it's a little bit different than when he was on here. The pay service SiriusXM was monitored daily by Arbitron I didn't know that they were monitored by Arbitron in the early days. We got to look that up.
Oh, we got
Yeah,
to
but
find
serious?
that.
Okay, let's look at this. The pay service SiriusXM Radio was monitored directly by Arbitron from 2007 to early 2008. The final numbers available from early 2008, prior to when XM and Sirius merged, had the Howard Stern Show being the most listened to show on either platform, with Stern's Howard 100 channel netting a cum of 1.2 million listeners.
Wait, now what's a cum? Is that like the entire week?
Cumulative, correct.
So he really, at one time, never had more than 400,000 people
That was
listening at
peak.
one time.
I have a
And
great
peak,
clip,
peak, bro.
Monique, of
peak.
John Minnelli reporting his actual listener and quoting that number, which is very, very funny. I had no idea you were going to do this. And he got fired because Howard went to the bosses and went to the Post and had him fired from the Post for reporting that very statistic, which is Howard was lying and said it was 4 million.
The contemporary hit radio channel on SiriusXM has a 1.6 million listeners, ranked highest, with classic rock, country music, 1970s and 1980s channels, netting approximately $1 million combined. $1 million listeners. Sirius had 8.3 million total subscribers in 2008. Wow, so they probably have, shown him that number as a, with the amount of people that we have now.
Only him.
Just
Like, that's
only
imagine.
him.
Think about that. That's
Amos and Andy.
If you're Major League Baseball, if you're the NFL, Howard's taking credit for you listening
Oh,
to
absolutely.
their stuff. That's what he's doing. All
Absolutely.
music, Howard's taking credit for it.
yes.
And that's
this
what he
is
went
exactly
to
right.
management with his other partners, that he needed a bonus. when he
Sirs, and this is why Arbitron no longer follows SiriusXM, because this would never have been a model by which they would have had the ability to get advertisers.
Right.
They could now just make shit up as they
That's
go along.
exactly what he did. That's exactly what he
And
did.
Complete falsehoods.
Yep.
To wit, this
Interesting.
sets up that lawsuit in
Do
2011.
it. Do it.
Then you can fire people like
I learned that from Bugs
McAfee
Bunny.
and don't sign Barstool Sports when they want numbers because you're not going to give them to them because it proves that no one's listening to Howard.
Yeah, this is exactly right. So everybody keeps little Lord Fauntleroy in the corner, and nobody cares to let him know what the truth of his numbers are, and then continue to allow him to just spend a shit ton of money.
I think he knows.
Anything
he's
in
just never
oh
gonna
no.
fucking
No.
Did you not hear from Brent when he said that only Marcy and Jeremy talk to Howard on any kind of daily basis
Oh,
about
Monique,
the
great!
numbers?
You great interview with Opie the other day. You found out that Jeremy Coleman's gay. I didn't realize that. Hard hitting stuff. He is. Opie told me he's gay. I told you he's gay.
If he doesn't know, it's because he's willingly ignorant.
He wants to be. Of course, he has to be willfully ignorant to this.
He likes yelling at clouds.
Yes,
gonna
old
yell
man
at
with
the
paper
It's the equivalent
slippers with
of
his
when
balls
he blocks
hanging
people
out.
on Twitter.
Gleefully ignorant.
Yes.
That's right, Aaron Taylor. Howard lives by the car deal to take credit for all the serious days and packed into new vehicles is the day
How's
they
that working
filed
for him now?
bankruptcy. Exactly right. Monique uses the McAfee virus as that comes to the computer.
Yeah.
As
This
the
is
comparison.
the future of radio. to
Why do
Howard.
you think he spent how much time on the fucking merger on XM and Sirius? Because it only benefited him. And when a fan would call in and go,
Only him.
What do I get
Only
out
him.
of this exactly? What's in it for
Nothing.
the listener? And he'd be like, oh, you gotta get this, the station today. We're gonna be too cheaper. I don't
You
understand
know what else,
what's in
though?
it for him.
You know what else? I guarantee you that if he would have won that lawsuit, the price of Sirius for us consumers would
Forget
have
it.
doubled.
Yep.
It would have doubled.
Forget it.
They would
Oh,
have
but
been like,
then
"All right,
don't
you
worry.
motherfucker, you want another $500 million, you pig?" Because every pig gets slaughtered. Everybody knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna increase the cost to $20.
Did you see the deal Tom Brady signed with the NFL broadcasting wise?
No.
No.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
so
yeah, he
watch
got,
your
like-
cable bill go up. Watch
He
what's
got
going to
fuck you
happen to
money,
the NFL
dude.
Network.
I don't
watch what happens.
subscribe to any of the sports stuff.
I know.
So.
Watch. That's how they pay for it. They just jack up the cable prices.
Yeah.
When ESPN charges too much.
So then he goes into a conversation about AI, and
This should be good.
he's a little
this is
upset
great.
about the fact that
Thank you, C,
AI
137.
currently, okay, so Spotify is working on an AI generated thing where it is completely tailored to you. So, Xavier, for argument's sake, as you know, I love listening to, Depeche Mode and things like that when I'm listening to my YouTube music, which is the only thing to listen to, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And the way the AI generated thing would work is like, hey, Monique, we saw that you liked listening to The Cure. How about some of these? So it's kind of catered to your likes. And the weird thing about it is that he doesn't appreciate it. And they went to a couple of DJs on Sirius to see what they thought
you gonna
about
play the
it. And
clip?
they were like really upset about this Chat GPT thing.
So, do you have are you playing the clip or not?
Why?
Oh, okay. So, yes, and he goes to the perfect example of why you should never have DJs on stations anymore. He goes to the most annoying man there, Jose, who is
Who's that?
basically like glass in your ears. And then Madison was on deck, who basically can ruin anything.
She used to work on the 101 channels, Dennis.
Yeah, well, she's sleeping with one
Friday
of the,
show.
She's married to one of the executives.
Yep,
That's how
she's
she
got
keeps
some-
her job.
Yep.
I'm confused. What he's
talentless.
talking about is an algorithm, not AI.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
It's
Don't
not
worry.
He's
even
an
close
idiot,
to being the
but-
same thing.
Here's more of an idiot. This
Beautiful.
this trumps the idiot that is Howard, because what he said is here's his wish for what AI will be at some point in the future. Okay, I can't even talk about it. Here we go.
It's my favorite thing to listen to.
DJs, he means.
The AI DJ, what is his experience? But, I'm sure they're going to improve it.
Oh yeah, what's his experience, you moron?
Didn't he spend all of the 90s talking about how DJs are lame and
Yes.
they have no and I'm not going to do music and I'm going to talk the whole time because they're all lame and I can't listen to them and they all suck. Isn't that he spent the whole 90s
I don't
saying
need
that?
I don't need Madison explaining her feelings on a Green Day song. Honestly, I can give
Don't
a
even
shit.
give a shit.
You think?
I want to. I mean,
I
seriously.
told you how many things I've gone to, and fucking Madison is standing
That's right,
there all
Jack
by
FM.
herself,
Remember Jack FM
dancing
guys?
like an idiot in
Mike
the
McCann.
corner. You know, she'd introduced the act, but that was her way of getting to go to the club and see anything she wanted to. But wait, listen to what AI should be for Howard.
I'm sure it's going to get better and better with time. I mean, what I'm hoping for with artificial intelligence.
This is just the best thing. The
That's-
picture behind Dennis is 1,000%. He's like the Geico commercial. You know, the waitress doesn't need to know your name. Here we go.
Yes.
Is that I could like talk to my TV set and say, look, man, can you put on the SAG Awards or can you put on the Academy Awards? Can you put
Really?
on, This Is Us? Or would you record? Like, I don't want to have to sit there and program shit. I just want to talk to my TV and have it interact with me. I think we're
This is
close to
fucking
that.
That's all you want from AI?
Well, no, I mean, I want other things too. I like the idea that you can go on AI and it can help you write a thank you note or it can help you write a speech. I think
I'm speechless.
That's because you can't bend your fingers, you Marfon goblin.
Can we
show
not
from, like,
discuss the? Can
this
we
show
not
from
discuss the
2005?
record?
Grandpa.
He can't. He's no
nobody
joints.
pop ups.
No, John, you're missing the bigger picture. And with all due respect, John still records things on CDs, so I gotta give him a little bit of a pass.
Jesus.
But
John's
just so
awesome.
just so that you have a heads up, John, what he's talking about is actually something that you can do right now.
It's already here.
And by now you mean 2006.
I mean,
Mike,
I bought a $50 Roku, and I can just talk into it, and
yeah.
I can tell it to load up and
Whoa,
record.
slow
and
down,
it's like
Captain
5
from the
years old.
future.
You literally can say to
Oh, look,
Alexa,
we have Buck
Alexa,
Rogers with us all of a sudden.
maybe his AI doesn't account for chiclet teeth, Dennis. Maybe it's like denture. You gotta get like a denture extension.
That lisp.
Yeah,
That
lisp.
Can't understand the lisp.
you literally can say, Alexa, turn on my TV and
Well,
put on.
It's too much work, Monique. For
American Idol.
I use the Google machine. The Google machine does that too.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
That's-
much. There are many avenues by which to be able to do this right now. Right
You
now.
can't buy a TV now that doesn't have that feature.
Exactly.
No, you can't.
Literally.
Yeah, but don't
Literally.
forget. See, you forget. When did Howard purchase his house in Palm Beach?
2010?
No, 2000. Oh, yeah, it was 10. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
because
because he
I hide the money
signed
from the
another
bonus.
deal and he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
It's
almost
not
guarantee
carvable.
you that his technology in Palm Beach is 13 years old.
He is a tech team, Monique, to update it. What do
The
you
tech
have him
team,
for,
they used to
right?
giggle
He's
at
a
him.
tech team.
You know what, though?
I think on both residences.
If he has like a drop-down screen similar to like what Xavier has with like 4K or
No,
whatever,
he does, Monique. We played the clip. He had it in the late 90s. Dropping down from the
whatever
fucking...
he had,
Hey, Mo.
all they have done is use. He still uses a fucking TiVo, you guys.
I know.
Yes,
Do you forget that?
Oh, hello.
Come
Still in
on.
business. I mean,
So I think
are
it's
they-
a
are
product
they?
placement too.
And
I
for
think
TiVo,
Mo-
I don't even think they're
He
in
definitely
business
had
anymore.
some deal going. He used to bring up TiVo all
They're
the
not
time.
even in business anymore. Seriously,
How
are
does he-
they?
How do you use it?
They
TiVo.
might.
TiVo.
They might still be
YouTube
around somewhere.
TV is unlimited cloud
it is.
storage.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
No, no.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love it.
I can tape anything in the universe.
They don't say
record
you're
stuff
running
just
out of
because.
tape room.
Just
or
because.
eating-
Just because.
Just
Yep,
because
yep,
I can.
Just in case. Just in
Yeah,
case.
just in case. You never know when I want to watch Dr. Pimple Popper 17 episodes in a fucking row.
Or
They're there.
This
or Bones
is,
Marathon on TNT.
Hey guys, I want everybody to be on the same page. This is his doesn't know how to save a Word document moment.
Yeah.
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 It really is.
I want to be able to
Grandpa.
talk to. You know, I should call in tomorrow and ask him about that.
That's a great
Hey, Mo.
Mike McGann and Judy Tenuto. How much time did he spend on telling what a terrible DJ Stuttering John was, and he can't talk and he shouldn't do, and just play the music and shut up? That's hours and hours on that.
Hey Mo,
Yes, babe.
I recently I updated all the different
Devices.
the little devices thingies. You know, the Google Assistant.
Yeah.
So now all I have to do is say, hey Google, Autobots transform. And the screen comes down, the projector turns on, and the receiver turns on.
Optimus
It's really
Prime.
Yeah, well, I call
It's
my
true.
I call my phone
Autobots.
the bat phone, and so I can say, "Hey, GOOGLE, go to my text messages on bat phone." So yeah,
Cool. Oh, you know what's really cool? On Alexa, you can call it computer. So now I do everything like a Spicard. Like, computer, what is the weather for tomorrow? I'm not joking.
Wait a
Hey,
minute, I
Nick.
could blow it. Wait, I don't know if you'll be able to handle this, but I can actually turn my lights on and off just with my voice.
what voodoo is this?
Whoa, slow down. Sit down with your
I've been known to
technology,
preheat
man.
an oven or two, Dennis. Without looking.
It's so cute because John is probably the least technologically inclined person of our group, but you know what?
I have my ballywick. I have a couple things on my.
I know, and odds are, because of the way John saves things, during the zombie apocalypse, he will be able to access shit that we will not.
I'm
We will
telling you,
not.
that screen recorder is unbelievable. If you don't know how to use a screen, you are missing out
Oh, you're so
on
cute.
YouTube TV. That thing it's like having 10 DVD recorders at once.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, John, do you still use a pencil to rewind a tape?
Only if it's Ticonderoga and number 2.
Wait,
That's right.
Nice.
was it Oquatanjuan? Oh, I love that. Dennis
Took you a moment.
Howard has the clapper for his lights.
Do you know somebody bought me a clapper as a joke one time about 12 years ago? And I have to tell you, I used that fucker. I was the happiest girl when I walked into my house and somebody came in. I was like, and the light. Like,
Yep.
You don't
It's
have
such
a
a-
fucking clapper. It's like, yes, I do. I have a clapper. It just made me so happy. It's made me so happy to have a fucking clapper. Just so you know, I think I lost it.
Maybe Howard will find out about
Nephilim
that.
writes, artificial intelligence needs to start in a small market like Hartford in order to prove itself first. Vintage Nephilim.
And has only
Is
earned
there,
$69
is there
a
more
week.
to this Howard
No.
tape? I'm fascinated.
No.
No,
No.
that was it. That was his.
That was
talking
pretty
point.
much-
That was it?
David's right, Monique. David's a
don't
great
see
fucking
David.
callback. He's such a brilliant boy. Sarah indeed taught me the Command F command, and I use Control F, and I use it for everything now. You know, like when you find a word when you're looking, that's to go through Mark's friggin'. It's my ultimate fucking.
I don't even
supernova
know
blast.
what is Command
Control
F?
F. If you
Fine.
put in like say Amanda Pete, it goes through the entire Mark's friggin' week and finds the Amanda Pete reference, and you go right to the moment. So
Never knew
8:30, 2011, November. It goes right to the Amanda. Pete.
Never knew that.
That's because
I
you
didn't
still
know it
use a
either.
clapper.
Sarah's master research skills.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, you know what? I love knowing how to use obviously I'm on a Mac, so it's like, command or control or option or what I use, not the other one. So that's why I'm a little confused by them. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna move to the next clip. Okay. So today was the day where all of a sudden he's ever expanding fan feedback thing. And so fan feedback has become a solid half hour to 40 minutes worth of conversation on the show now, which is kind of weird to me. So let's
wait.
talk a little bit about that.
Wait,
yeah.
so
Right to vinyl.
most talk shows don't do the day after and do a victory lap for having a mediocre interview?
Yeah,
they
Pink.
don't do that. No, really?
Yes, this is true. This is true. They don't give themselves victory laps as our Howard does, but he used to have victory laps, but now it's literally like a victory
That's a marathon.
Marathon, yeah.
Yeah,
Victory marathon.
So, of course, we have praise for Smell My Tookus, and so much praise. I mean, this is actually shocking to me. So I tried to condense this clip and not use Smell My Tookus because I'm pretty sure they're going to copyright that at any moment now, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going to get
'cause it's
dinged
such
for
a
it.
great piece of work.
Yes.
But I was reading some of the fan mail, and I got to read you some of the letters about Smell My Tookus. Maybe
Letters.
I finally hit into something.
Letters.
Maybe they just took it away from me. Could you put my Smell My Tookus? You just son of a bitch. Yes, it's very catchy, Robin. You are right. John
played the song.
Lieberman. Now, this is why I got excited about this. John Lieberman, our own John Lieberman, sat down with singer, songwriter, music producer Butch Walker on his show A Hard Look and played him Smell My Tuchus.
Who's Butch Walker?
I don't know. I really don't know. I truly don't know.
What's his name's Walker's younger brother?
Oh, my Butch Walker
Texas Walker?
over here.
No,
Yeah.
Mike Walker.
Mehmet Walker?
Oh, right, Matt Walker, right.
No, who is he? Somebody look
I
that
don't
up first.
have a clue. I have
Okay,
no
somebody
idea.
look that up first, please.
And Butch said, get ready, Robin. Hold on to your seat.
Okay. So, for those of you, not Dennis,
heard
who
it.
did not listen to this clip,
He's a singer-songwriter, Monique.
okay, singer-songwriter that Lieberman played Tuchus for, Smell My Tuchus.
Why him?
What band do you think this idiot
Train.
compared?
Without looking it up,
It's even
Train.
crazier. It's
Collective Soul
crazier.
or Train?
Now keep going.
Nope,
Ah,
crazier.
shit, okay.
Xavier? And by the
No,
way,
I'm sorry,
somebody
I'm
I
buying
think we
Smell-
can all agree on is a pretty good fucking band. So
Yeah, they're a pretty good band, yeah.
The Georgia
I'm
Satellites?
trying to buy smellmytickets.com.
I can't imagine it's not available. Is it?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Go to GoDaddy. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's who. Here's
Can
who
I say
this.
it? Can I say it? Because I'll
Say it, then. Say it.
No, can I-
Allison. Oh, I,
My band remind him of Alice in Chains. And this guy knows. I'm telling you,
You know what's
I'm
so
onto
funny?
something here.
you know what's so funny? He has to go find out who Alice is because he wants to go meet her. He has no idea.
Alice
what
in Chains. He has no idea. And this is
Not a
this
clue.
is some dude thinks that they sound like Alice in Chains. Can you even imagine?
I can go beat him up just for saying that.
Did they do Man in the Envelope? Or was it
that's
Man in
the
fucking
Envelope?
weird.
Can you even the cow sills?
It's,
Yeah, that was something. That was something.
So
So
was good.
so
you
continuing.
can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle and become
No.
Mr. Shock Jock again with the tuchus. It's not. You just
By
it
the
does
way-
nothing fits you. Just get off the stage, old man.
No.
Nothing works anymore. Get
Well,
out
like
of here.
that Aaron
My
Taylor,
Tuchus
Allison
is
in
available.
Chains.
Smellmytuchus.com is available. Did you spell
Oh, let's
Tuchus
buy it.
correctly?
$2.99 for the first
Let's
year.
buy it.
Did you spell Tuchus correctly?
Tuchus.
I think it's
Very good,
T-U-K-I-S-S.
No, Tuchus.
Oh, it is a C in
It's
there.
All right, what do you need? How much?
SMELLMY
How much is it?
TUCHUS.com.
How much is it?
$2.99 for the first year.
Oh, we're there.
$2.99.
To do
I
it.
think I still have a credit on GoDaddy. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
C-137 says it's T-U-C-H-U-S. I've seen that.
You know what?
Oh, it
we
is.
will get 21 million
Okay.
people a day to that site if we get it.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, we need.
Well, isn't that
we
what
need to
Howard
buy
said?
Yeah, laundry room. That's good. Man in the closet is a way better
it. Man in the closet.
for Alice in Chains.
Tuchus. All right, so
Can't
then he goes
imagine
on
that-
to continue
that
with the
gold
mail.
nugget was available.
Huh?
I couldn't imagine that gold nugget wasn't available. Man.
Can you do Tuchus.com? Tuchus.com?
That has
Just
to be
let's make it
taken.
easy.
And that's
Because the
probably a
band's
dirty
name is
site.
Common
Tuchus.
Yiddish.
Yeah, Howard thinks he's copyrighted all Yiddish, doesn't he? He really
Yes,
thinks
he
that's
does.
all. He made it all up. That's all his. I
Enough,
invented
Lord
Yiddish,
Frank.
Robin.
So you might be able to get it for $69.
Schwanz and
But
Somebody
you
actually
can
owns
get
that?
TU-CHUS for $2.99.
No. That doesn't work. We need the original or not.
Fuck
David,
it
you are
then.
1,000%, as usual, you're 1,000% correct. Tuchus isn't even shocking. It's like
Yeah.
something Rickles would have said in the last year of his life, and the audience just does a courtesy laugh. It's true. It's like, why would that even be something that anybody cares about right now?
Bro, do you think anybody under the age of 40 knows what Tuchus is?
No.
40?
No.
Does anybody
30,
who's
20.
not...
Oh, only David. David, were you the house band for Don Rickles at the Catskills in the 50s?
He was at Grossinger's. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what he was
Angry
doing.
office chair. Oh,
Tuchus is not a word that people know, period. I mean, it's just not, you know.
you either have to be Jewish or from New York.
Yes.
I mean, that literally
Yes.
the only way you would know
It's
what that means.
very
Neither.
regional, Dennis. Yes.
Yeah, it's super.
Kishmine
Monique,
Tuchus
what's
around?
with Jews? What's with Jews? Everything is like sexual or schmeckel, shtup, Right,
Stup.
Schmendrick, everything's like sexual.
Sicilians do the same thing, though.
That's
It's always
true.
got
You know
Schwanz,
what?
Schmeckel, Stup.
You know
Same
what?
thing.
They were so impoverished and
Yeah,
led
but-
such shit lives. You got to do something to make it a chuckle fest. I mean,
Just
I
be
don't even know.
deviants.
I don't really
Just be deviants all day.
what
Me
it's
too.
Exactly. When you're poor, it's entertaining.
Schmagegi, Schlemiel, Schlemazel. I don't know.
Schmear on fucking
No.
bagels. I can't just.
Hopscotch Incorporated.
That's exactly right. Okay, so after this praise, I found this one interesting, and then I'll let you in on the little heads up on this one. So here we go.
Film actress Tabitha Stevens also weighed in. As you know,
About Pink.
she does porno.
Film
We love
actress,
Tabitha.
right?
What a strong,
Sure,
beautiful, and
actress.
talented woman Pink is. Great interview once again. Funny one. I got that email.
Funny when I got that email, because funny when I saw that was not an email and was the only tweet reply on your stern
So who's that dude? Oh, that's Pink.
Pink tears up while telling Howard about the reasons that led her to having to cancel shows off of her last tour. And it is 327 likes, 9 quoted tweets, 36 retweets, and 1 reply, because nobody can reply unless you are followed by the Stern Show or mentioned in the tweet. What a strong, beautiful, and talented woman Pink is. Great interview once again.
It's a great email.
That's a great email, Howard. That's a
Good email.
great
Solid
email.
Look on Instagram. See what Tabitha Stevens is doing.
So once he
Aging.
gets that aging, exactly.
Aging.
Well, you know what it is. It's like these no talent Morlocks go. It's a blue check mark. Who is it? Blue check mark. Blue check mark. Oh, it's Tabitha Stevens. It's,
How old's that picture?
She's rough, dude.
Seriously.
Look at that
Tabitha?
face, dude. It's all filtered.
Yeah, there she is. She's so filtered.
Oh my God,
face,
that's
dude.
like that makes Sybil Shepherd's shooting at moonlighting look like it was through a clear lens.
5 o'clock shadow on her mustache.
That's not even a real. That's not a real face, because that's
Is that
not.
Dirty Sanchez on her?
yes, it is.
I think it's a Dirty Sanchez, bro. No joke.
Ay.
Those
Guess
things are
who?
as hard as beefs were.
Who's
the hell
that
is up with
24-year-old?
the-
Who's that 24-year-old starlet?
Yeah, I don't know that there are any real pictures of her. Because all of these people, once they discover that they can Facetune themselves so incredibly and perfectly, it's all over. Like there's no pores. There's no delineation between lip and nose.
G Canada goes, is that Blue Iris or Tabitha Stevens?
This must be rejuvenation, G Canada.
Still looks better than Caitlyn. Just gonna throw that out
Well,
there. Still looks better than Caitlyn.
I'm actually looking for a real picture.
Yeah, let's see if we can find that.
I don't know if one exists, Dennis. She's been at Whitney Cummings, Steve Harvey Oswald. That's good. She's destroyed herself.
Tuned.
I'm looking
Dear
for
God,
Tabitha
it's
Most
Stevens.
of her
almost wow.
pictures are
It's harder
she's
than the
painted
Zapruder
white on
film.
the face.
Here's Tabitha Stevens.
You found one?
I did.
One that we can actually show.
One was everyone I see
Where
is
she's
like
not
it looks
painted
like
white?
Walt Disney did them.
Hold on.
How is this?
Oh,
so
actually, that's
normalizing?
probably
No?
yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, it's tuned.
Yeah.
Look at,
Every
look
last
at
one of them is super tuned. I can't
who's,
find one that's normal.
Who's great value Ross Zapin on our right with the douche derby on? Who is this?
That's her
It's
husband.
Ross Ray.
Oh, it is okay. Looks like
He
Fitzsimmons,
must
doesn't
be
he?
proud.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Greg Fitzsimmons and
Be
Clark Gregg had a
proud.
kid over there, huh?
Oh, you found one? Oof. There we go. Oh, dear. There you go. Whoa.
That's okay. That would definitely be. That would definitely be.
She has your clavicle, Monique.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm just kidding.
She has neck sinew.
That's her. That's her.
That's tuned. Damn.
Yeah, that's.
Christ's sake, this chick's clavicle has an undertow. For
So
Christ's
that's
sake.
her now, and that's her
Now.
now, and now, and now,
Right
and
on.
now. All right, whatever turns you on, whatever rocks you, whatever gets you through the day, I'm okay with.
Whatever gets
Ain't
through
nobody looking for her,
tonight,
man.
it's all right. It's all right.
All right. All right. Let's go on.
Coach, does she have a glass eye?
Coach always comes back with the glass eye.
Anyway,
Okay.
next I've heard an email,
great
Howard.
callback.
So Howard then starts talking about the fact that he needs to take a pish because that's all he says
he's so
anymore.
unfunny.
We all cannot stand the word pish. And then he says something so stupid, which again has to be called out by Robin, even though, let me see. I don't know if this is all in one clip. Let me just
Reading
see.
interviews with like people like Pink who write great songs, and they say you got to write about something you're passionate about, and no one loves Metamucil more than me. I love that fucking product.
Commercial.
Because he wants to do a new song after Smell My Tuchus. Now he wants to do a song called I Love Metamucil.
Commercial.
Again, keep going back to what's sitting behind Dennis. This
Monique, is Metamucil an appetite suppressant?
you know what it is?
Did you,
it's a
you look
fiber
that up
fill.
once? Yeah,
Yes,
it's
a
so
fiber
it's like,
fill.
it's for anorexics to make it feel like they're full.
But he likes to say it's so that he poops
It's
regularly.
help, right. You know exactly.
All
what
three
it's for.
little pebbles that come out.
Exactly.
I went and got a colonoscopy 3 years ago.
Oh, again with the. I'm
And
telling
they
you.
said you could get endometritis if you don't start eating more fiber. And my
Howie
doctor told me
Brasco's.
to eat
Endometritis?
endometriosis.
So let's take a look at that, shall we? So that you
Shall
all
we?
know.
Wait a minute.
No.
You know what's so funny is that Ralph gave him one just like last week.
Very bloating, says Super True.
Well, here's the funny thing about it because, see, here's a heads up, everybody. Guys can't get endometriosis because
It's a chick
endometriosis is a woman's problem that happens in your fallopian tubes. And it's when the uterus starts to grow outside of the uterus. And so tissue develops and it causes just really, really bad, painful periods and stuff like that.
Oh, well, when he gets his period, he'll have pain.
So I'm not necessarily sure what he thought he was
wait.
getting at.
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulosis.
Diverticulitis.
Well,
that I think is what it is.
Try saying those dentures, Dennis.
Diverticulitis.
All right. I love the Howie Brasco voice trying to say.
This you can get.
It's the endometriosis
This is
over
the
there.
pockets in your colon.
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulitis.
It's common in people over 40. Usually no symptoms occur unless the diverticula becomes inflamed or infected, which can result in fever and abdominal pain. Treatment generally isn't needed unless there's inflammation. I know nothing of this, so I can't really.
My uncle had it, and so he had to
Talk to
strain the tomato sauce. He couldn't have the.
It's,
Pretty sure your uncle never had endometriosis, though.
No, he didn't. He didn't have that. No.
Okay? I'm sure he didn't have cramping and pains that he needed because of his period.
Is that right, Super True? But that's what happened to Robin? This is what
What?
happened to Robin. She had endo and cancer showed up in the tissue outside her uterus, hence the giant tumor in her abdomen. I didn't realize
That's
that.
why
Super.
Robin stopped him, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We didn't know that. No, I didn't catch that either. Good
Oh,
catch,
that makes
Super
perfect
Trooper.
sense.
Yes.
It was on his mind because
Yes.
he's an idiot.
By the way, the chat is particularly phenomenal tonight. You're always great, but there's something tonight that's just
They're on.
Something,
It's
just
all-
They
something
didn't
I
listen
can
to the
feel.
show. That's why they're on.
Exactly. Nobody listens to the show except
certain
for
je ne
us.
Except
sais
me.
quoi.
I
It's
did
actually
too.
our
I did
AI.
too. I was here. I'm with you. I'm with you, Dennis, in spirit.
You missed the whole thing with the lady calling in about the school. You
Oh,
didn't listen.
babe, I am so sorry that a 1 minute portion of the show was fucking missed. I am sorry. I am sorry.
Jimmy the
Sorry.
drunk says, no more blueberries. Gamma Man, the Martha Ray disease. Did Martha Ray have that, David? I didn't realize
David.
that. Yeah,
Old
David's
age.
an expert on Mark Harris, and he hung
Go to
out with
David.
Martha Ray.
Always go
he
to
hung,
David.
He hung out with Martha Ray in the 30s.
We're on cocaine. Okay, so then he goes into he also did a good 20, 25 minutes on Vietnam again, because
God.
apparently he had heard from the letters that he gets that they loved his
what is,
discussion
the
about
letters?
Vietnam.
I asked this. So, what is Deborah's other half think of this?
Yes, he's half Vietnamese, correct?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I wonder how he feels
Wait,
about
did
the
he actually
stolen
say
doll.
letters?
His grandchildren, his
Yes.
grandchild is 1/4 then.
Yes, he is. She is. It is.
Gonna go cut the ear off?
I
What?
Almost
really,
the
really,
right
I-
ethnicity for Marky Mark to blind him. Almost.
I really
Gotta be
do
full
hope that baby
Vietnamese.
does have a little bit Asian eyes. I remember, weirdly enough, Gary
Like
Puppet actually
Beefus.
posted.
Like grandma.
She's a beautiful child.
Yes.
Beautiful child.
She's a beautiful
yes.
child.
Grandma.
Move on.
The Tara
I'm gonna
Patrick
mute
is
you.
strong in her.
Stop it. I'm talking
No.
about
No,
It
let's
was
move on. Let's move on.
posted
Let's
on
move
Twitter by
Let's
somebody
move on.
else,
Let's move
not
on.
us. Not
Let's
us.
move on.
So then he goes
Ngawa,
on
Cheetah
to
Simba.
let us know that on 101, there's going to be the top 5 creepiest moments of all time from The Stern Show. And of course, the moment we all remember, and JD can't seem to forget because we all remember it, is in fact the time. Now, I don't know if any of you are very aware of the JD hate that we have. And one of the things about him is how disgusting he is and what a vile creep he is. And how he didn't wash his sheets for over a year, which just the smell of that can't even be possibly something that I
My
can.
favorite.
Yes, I'm going to say
clip-
peanut butter. I'm going to
Yes.
say it. And yes, that is
Yes,
true.
This is. Jesus.
Yeah. It is disgusting. I mean, honestly, it's fucking vile. And
This is the most perverted, vile thing I have ever heard in my entire life. I mean, honest to God, you could poll 100 women and 100 will go, ew. I mean, seriously.
Who is this for?
Ew.
Who is this for?
so let's harken back to JD's creepy moment. Just for a few minutes. Just a moment. Okay.
Well, this is a good one. Yeah, okay. Here's the top 3 creepiest moments from all the years. Oh, God. From all the years. Number 1, JD confessing that he was on with a webcam girl, and he had her rub peanut butter on her vagina and let the dog lick it off. That was his sexual turn on, and here he is.
Did you blow a load when that chick was getting licked by her dog?
I don't know. Probably, I guess.
You saw the dog on camera, right? You saw it in the background.
Or did you hear it in the apartment?
Does your dog do any tricks like fetch, roll over, or eat pussy?
You just say,
So
I'd say Howard talking about Millie Bobby Brown is 10 times creepier than that.
no, I think that this is pretty disgusting.
They're all
vile.
vile.
bad.
Can we just agree they're all
and
vile?
slightly bordering on bestiality.
It is bestiality.
Slightly?
It is. That's what that is. That's
It's 100%
bestiality.
is.
It's kind of gross.
100%.
Yeah, I know. Fred was actually pretty funny in that because
Yeah.
he would never do that today.
Dennis, if you have no human resources, you have no bestiality.
Yes,
Oh, that's true.
Right?
It isn't a crime if there's no
doesn't
law.
apply to these guys,
Yeah.
right? You can defame Asians and bestiality, and you can streak through Cosmopolitan launch parties, no repercussions.
No repercussions.
And
That's
if
right.
you
Her
are
name
a
was
dog,
Kissy
be brave. Times will change.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Change.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? Hold on.
What?
will change.
So far they haven't.
And your oppression will end. But if you're a man, be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be
To be
a boy lover.
a
dog
boy lover. That's it.
Sounds like
So
it
you
says
get-
Galvone, that Italian thing.
A gavone? A gavone's
gavone.
like a pig. That's
Yeah,
like a
right,
guy
right.
who eats too much and just is like a pig a little bit.
Artie.
Okay.
Gavone.
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 So they went on to discuss it with JD, who said, I really don't want to talk about this anymore because it's been following me around for at least 12 years. And I really, I'm trying to put it behind me.
You're the one that
And
said it on the air.
you're the one who admitted
Yes.
it. And who would you even admit that to? I mean, it's just really disgusting. So Johnny pulled a clip or two, which will lead us into, well, we're not ready to
nice.
clean out the computer, but
Not yet.
Johnny had some clips about a disgusting moment in Sal's life. And I think it
because
was...
you brought up Sal was on today, right? Wasn't he? In some
He was
capacity?
on. And it was
Yeah.
about this, too. I think
No,
it
it
was
wasn't.
about this.
It was about his aunt.
Okay,
Oh,
this is
right,
creepier.
seeing his aunt jerking off
Yeah.
in the bathroom to
Yeah, when she was
his
taking a poop.
aunt while she was really.
I'm not
right.
sure I even believe that, but this what I have is true. With Sal, he knows how to get on the air, and that's a perfect way to get on.
And
I'm not
of
even sure I
course,
believe that.
this was disgusting. So let's get into it right now because we love vile acts of horrible behavior.
Coming down on Sal because I was really put off that he had sniffed Mutt's daughter's panties.
I just realized Howard sits like I do sometimes here.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And
Some
it
Tuesdays
begins.
off. Some Tuesdays
Yes,
off.
you know,
Only-
some
Look at that
Tuesdays
wig.
off.
Look at that wig.
Yeah.
Only you don't
I
have.
forgot about that.
And I just didn't get it.
I went upstairs, I watched some porn to pass the time. She got out of the shower. I went in to take a shower next, and the panties were unfolded right in front of my face. So,
But wait a second, can I tell you, you don't think
it was
to lock the
inviting.
door, I'm already going to accept your wacky idea that this is right to do. It doesn't dawn on you to lock the door?
Dude, she walked out of the shower, left the panties on the floor.
Right, and then you have a thought in your head to sniff them. At least turn around and shut the door.
Well, at this point, the panties looked so nice and they had a little interesting stain on them. I call Rich. I go, dude, what do you think? And Rich is like, whatever. And I sniffed them. And that was.
How old was his daughter at the time?
14, I think. Right, Dennis? 14?
Yeah, she was like 14.
Yeah.
Vile.
Yeah, this is like this is
vile.
And
you
what
guys.
planet do you not get fired on the spot for this?
But
Unless you have no
JD
human
still trumps this because at least this is a human.
It's all objective then. It's subjective.
Babe, she's
bad.
14.
This is pedophilia.
In no world would you allow an adult male into your house.
Well, he wouldn't be talking about it on the radio. Ever.
Exactly, ever.
And exerting effort to do it. He's literally going into the. He's like it took effort to do that. It wasn't like it was like thrown in front of him.
Yeah, here we go.
We're working on the chronology of Sal's explanations.
Over an alley.
Yeah. Are you talking about, or is Mutt mad at you?
I called Mutt several times.
What is this new voice you
That's
have?
I'm
No, whatever it
devastated
is.
by live voice.
Oh.
It's a voice. I have to say something. I'm sorry if there's a different tone.
This is the voice when the client lost $20,000 on an investment.
I miss Artie so much.
By being a jerk.
I agree.
And I apologize dearly to her.
You know, he's got those
she didn't
weird,
deserve this.
close-set raccoon eyes, which
Yes.
just repulse me.
And,
magician.
It's just wrong.
All right,
I feel
good.
really bad.
It looks like every
My problem is that
Do you think that his wife got to him on this one and said, "You're a fucking vile,
must have.
disgusting
Christ.
monster"?
She's a
Probably
mad
shouldn't
woman.
Stab him.
I goof
Honestly,
around
probably
a
shouldn't
lot.
stab him.
I always put the goof first, not myself. I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a. Whatever I do and whatever I say, I always try to make it.
No, you meant to
Monique,
sniff those fucking
you're
panties.
married to him. Do you
And-
divorce him on the spot? How do you walk around to your?
Yes.
My,
You know what? Unless he comes to me and really says it was really for the show, I didn't do. You know.
That's no excuse.
And plus,
I mean,
you know what?
and you know he does that all the time. You're absolutely right, but that's
Yeah, he's just disgusting. He's just a disgusting, vile monster.
and a wake-up call for me, and then I really need to establish where the line is, because
You never did you, Sal? Because you went
No,
from
of
sniffing
course you did.
14-year-old girls' panties to now doing Roman helmets on Richard Christie's face and hoping that he'll suck your balls at the same time.
he had gay
Disgusting
sex
pig.
with Richard on Bubba's show on video.
You'll do anything, won't you?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean he had gay sex?
He had gay. I
some
have a
people
video
should-
of Bubba's wedding, and they showed all the hijinks that went into it. And he's in Bubba's
Hijinks.
basement having anal sex with Richard. They're both naked, and he's banging him from behind in his shower.
No, he's not.
I swear,
Isn't
I'll
that
show you the
considered
video.
horseplay?
Shit.
What's that? X?
Isn't that horseplay?
Yeah,
It's a
horse-
goof.
yeah.
It's a goof for the
It's
show.
a goof. Yeah.
Are you
It's a
sure?
goof.
But he wasn't really banging him, right? He was just making believe he was
His
banging
penis
him.
was out, and he was rubbing it against his ass in
be
the shower,
involved
in
my
Bubba's shower.
stupidity.
I feel sick.
It's just,
He's
I
a
never thought
sexual
us-
deviant.
That was really in a closed room. I wouldn't be talking about this.
Look at Gary.
Oh, Sal, we're
Look,
trying to
your ram
delight.
can't even believe it.
Sit down. Don't.
He's getting a tissue.
Give the man some tissue.
His makeup's running. His Sephora makeup is running. Artie, you were saying.
No, I'm just saying, if clearly you have, sexual issues, I think you take things further, being turned on sexually than
That's what Artie
most
says here.
people. And if what you said yesterday on the wrap-up show is true, I think that might have something to do with it. And you're trying to put it in perspective, like I just had Jackson the intern over. If for some reason my 16-year-old niece was over that day, and 2 months from now Jackson comes to me and said, "Remember that time you let me stay over your house and did me a favor? I sniffed your niece's bloody panties." Like, it's the exact same scenario. It's the exact. I mean, I would fucking flip.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
you say
Yeah, Dennis, you are 1,000% correct. He wouldn't live to tell the fucking story.
He wouldn't have made it out of the house.
Yeah. How do you get out?
No.
Why would Sirius want to be associated like this? Your name, his name is on the brand. It's because it's the Stern Show, and Howard gets away with. And if you're Howard, you shouldn't want to be associated with this. Fired on the spot. But that's the brand of the show. They're all deviant shitbags.
What does it say about this? What does it say about the show when the guy whose nose rotted off because of drugs is the voice of reason in the room?
Yeah, right. Right. That's true. That's true. Artie's like the voice of reason here. It's fun. I was thinking the same thing.
I don't give a shit that his aunt molested him. You know what? You maybe should not have a job where you are around people where your absolute deviant sexual desires are something that are exploited and extolled. You know, these are things that that they're proud of.
Oh God, Black Guy. Yes, he could have sued Mutt, but Mutt had the Superfan Roundtable, so doesn't want to, screw that up. And he's such a ridiculous lemming superfan that he couldn't fathom suing anybody on that show.
And he was going to make $1 million.
Yeah, right, for the site. Right.
Yeah.
Johnny Fratto.
Really, that is disgusting. I'm so glad you found that.
Vile.
That's killer.
I'd only heard the audio, Monique, so this is I got the video today, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna like this.
Yeah, we can get Mutt back on. I had asked him to come back on for a reason not too long ago, but he had a death in his family, and he wasn't really feeling like being like fun and funny. But this is a couple of months ago now, so he might be
very underrated interview you and Xavier did with him that people should listen to. I don't know why that's not bigger.
I don't even know that it's up anymore.
No, it was good. No, it wasn't really solid of just the days of the message boards and how he was excised from Sirius and the Superfan Roundtable and the marching orders he got and how it all went down and how eventually it all dissolved. It was really good.
It was sad that at the time, Mutt was such a sycophant for that entire Stern show. And because any other human being, any other man with a young child would absolutely have sued Sirius, sued this, and the fact that he was able to keep his job is shocking to me. No, I don't know that the Mutt interview is up there. I wish that Bon Jovial was here because he was in control of putting all that stuff back up. Because he likes to remaster everything and do everything so it actually sounds good.
It's 8K now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up and I'm going to put it back on. Fuck, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, I just need to take a real quick note here.
I think it is G Canada. The audio's somewhere. There's no way. It wasn't that long ago. It was
Babe, seriously, if it wasn't for Johnny Bye Bye, half these shows would have been gone.
Best. He is the
to
best.
The wind. Who is he?
He gives us. He's a Depp contrarian on the Deppening. He gives me everything. You just say a book. He has a book on audio for you ready. He has a book on. He's just a mensch. Just a mensch's mensch.
Love it. Thank you. Okay.
He's everything saved.
So let's go to who the first knock knock guest was.
For fuck's sake.
I would tell you guys guess, but there's no way you could possibly guess.
Yeah, no, you would never guess this.
Who the knock knock is.
It's oh my God.
JD, has it ever occurred to you that you might be all of these entries?
Is that true, Russ?
He's not. JD, believe it or not, somebody else beat you, but yeah, hi. Oh, everybody, it's the famous movie actor, Owen Wilson. What's up?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Really?
Well,
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
So they get Saturday Night Live. They get Saturday Night Live cast members to do impressions for them, and then Howard gets to what? Take credit for it as they do this, and there's no context. There's no context. It's not. And even if the impression's good, you don't care because it's done in this. It's so bad.
Do you have the next one?
Oh, I have it. But wouldn't you think? Okay, just call me crazy, but wouldn't you think that there should be some sort of correlation to things that are happening in the zeitgeist of the world right now?
No, that doesn't. There's no context. This show's not current. They have no marching orders to be
He
current.
wants Nevergreen, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they put a piece of paper.
How is Owen Wilson even slightly green during
because
the
Marcy
2000s?
tells him it is, Monique. Because as Kate Tate loves to say,
He's not going to tell him that Owen Wilson is somebody.
He's going
that
to tell
you
him
need to have.
everything is great. He gets no criticism
in Zoolander, right? So I mean,
What did all 70 employees come to him with who they can do impressions of?
Yes, that's what it is. Yes, 112%.
But look at how it's delivered, and just look at the context of it. It doesn't even matter if the impression's good. It's horrible because it's coming on this show to him, and he's taking credit for it. You don't even want to give it a chance because it's so forced and so ridiculous.
Not only do I not want to give it a chance, but who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's that.
About
especially
most
that.
of the people
especially
that he has
that.
on.
Yes.
Oh my God, is that true?
What?
Tone Cat 89. I think Zoolander 2 was his last movie. Oh my God.
I would agree.
He's in Loki. He's in
Yeah,
Loki.
he's
He's
I'm so
voice of
sorry.
Lightning Queen.
I'm so
He's
sorry.
in stuff. He's in every Ben Stiller movie. He's in
I
stuff.
didn't care for
But who
Loki.
cares? But who cares?
But who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
That's like
Irrelevant.
you can literally think of 20 other actors that are in something
Wait, you know
right
what
now
it is? Because he looks like Ellen DeGeneres, so they're
Yes, he
interchangeable.
does.
with a worse nose, if that's possible. Then we talk about then he's talking about Pish again, and that he doesn't want to take the Pish drug because it might have side effects. So I don't know if there's any doctors or nurses in the neighborhood, but
I'm
let's
a
hear.
doctor.
Yes, I'm sure you are. So let's hear this clip real quick.
Get him with this.
Okay, let me take a
So he wants to take a break, but he spends probably another 20 minutes on the show before he actually takes said Pish break.
break here. I'll take a pish. God, I was up 3 times last night peeing. I'm telling you, I can't handle it. They got
Have a
drugs for
calzone
it,
then.
but I heard
Absorb
the
it.
side effects, so I don't want it. They got a drug that you can take, and it makes you piss like a 20-year-old. But,
Really?
yeah,
Well, I heard there are supplements you can take. They don't have side effects.
that never.
So I'm sure he'll ask Dr. Agus about this tomorrow because
I
this
can't
is
wait
going to
for that
okay.
quack.
First off, this is going to be a horrible, horrible show.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have this fight with, and I hate Agus already just for
'Cause
the fact
he
that he is
enables
going
Howard.
to placate
Yes, to
Howard
placate and enable him.
with
yes.
still, but maybe not. Maybe Agus will actually
No
grow a set of
pushback.
fucking balls
No
and say,
pushback.
Howard, you got to get the hell out of the house. Now, this is
Nah.
a man who still has guests over at his house, has gone out to eat with only people that are famous, has done things when it's convenient for him to.
And celebrities are around to
yes.
up his celebrity quotient. Yeah.
Exactly.
But so my whole thought process on this though is that if he's getting up 3 times a night to
Thank you,
piss,
Shane.
as
I'm
he
so
said.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Shane. First live show I've been able to watch in the last few weeks. Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Shane.
All right, I'm
Thanks,
sorry,
Shane.
Dennis. Go.
That banger clock ain't happening. That is a limp rope because that prostate's the size of a watermelon. I mean, there's no way on God's green earth anything is happening.
How do you not take the medication?
Yeah, I mean,
If you're up peeing 3 times a night and you're somebody who goes to sleep at 8 o'clock at night,
And don't
first
drink
off,
anything. There's no
the
liquid. There's
ridiculous hours that he keeps are
it's
actually
insane.
shocking. And so here he is going to sleep at, let's say 8. Let's give him the 8 o'clock, right? He was up at 3 today. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So that's 7 hours of sleep already by the time
Jesus,
he's up
good
at 3
morning, I got
o'clock
it.
in the friggin' morning. And so he's up peeing 3 times a night. How do you not want to at least try the medication? And so I looked up the most common enlarged prostate. Hold on, I'm going to give it to you in a second. Enlarged prostate.
There's theories that he is incontinence and he doesn't come in. One of the reasons he doesn't come in the studio is because of all this. And there's a vanity issue. I was looking at Mark Maron, and there was a YouTube clip, and Maron was in like 4K and vibrant and shit. And Howard's in this blurry, weird thing where he's slumping into the thing, and you can't see. And he's on that right. It really is. There really is a vanity issue too, which is always at the top of his list in terms of what controls his mind.
Yes, of course. So what he has is something called BPH, I guess is what an enlarged prostate actually means. And
But it isn't from fluids, right? He doesn't drink or eat anything.
No, it's just
right.
It's irritated. It's like an inflammation of it. It's just irritated from probably lack of use.
Right. So the number one for that is something which I'm sure everybody's heard of if you've ever watched a news program, because that's all they have is drug commercials, is called Flomax.
Yep.
And so Flomax, I'm going to tell you what its side effects are. They say most of the time these side effects are mild and they go away within a couple of weeks. So headache, dizziness, runny nose, diarrhea, cough, decreased semen, loss of energy or muscle strength.
That sounds
sore
good.
throat,
Notice with him.
back or chest pain, tiredness, nausea.
All of it's applicable to him, but he's always complained about that shit for years and years.
Serious side effects would be abnormal ejaculation, pain. Oh, okay, right. So Flomax, they say, is actually a really good substitute for Viagra, because it will sometimes give you a long-lasting erection as part of. So one would think this is something that he would appreciate, but as a general rule, they say that most of these things are, don't last that long, and it's not that big of a deal.
Guys, what's the hair drug, Monique? Propecia.
Propecia.
Right? Isn't that derived from prostate? I bet you Howard's munching on Propecia, and it's got something to do with that all the time. There's no question he's on some kind of hair thing in terms of anything you could take like that. That's so easy.
How
I'll
do you spell that?
guarantee it.
It's Flomax. Flomax. Flomax is the name of it.
But also the other part is that he does everything that you should not. He doesn't drink enough water. He doesn't eat the right types of
doesn't
foods.
drink any water, apparently.
Yeah, obviously no.
Yeah.
Between his eating habits are terrible. His physical activity.
He probably gets no carbs.
No,
He does
nothing.
only protein. So, and he was so proud of his shit today. He was talking about how, he's so proud when he has little poops as opposed to when he has a big poop. Because then that means he ate too much. Oh, that's what happened. So he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and then he realized he gained 3 pounds. He decided that what he was going to do at 3 o'clock in the morning was go weigh himself.
Yeah, that's an anorexic beyond. And I actually believe he does do that.
Oh, probably does it all day.
Yep.
But
all
also
day.
with this prostate thing, all those stories about, beating off constantly, like he's he's 15 years old. Absolute, once again, absolute utter lie.
Yeah,
absolute utter lie.
Absolute lie.
That
All right.
that rope hasn't been...
Dennis, who needs water when you have Capri Sun juice boxes? That's right.
Almond juice.
Could you put hot water and lemon in a Capri Sun juice box?
That's an appetite suppressant too, Monique.
Yep.
Hot water and lemon is done to suppress your appetite. That whole thing with him and the hot water,
water, lemon, and cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is
that's
supposed
why
to speed up the metabolism.
That's
as
right.
well.
It ain't for his voice.
David says, Jesus Christ, I'm as gay as a picnic basket, and I don't freak out about my weight fluctuations. Like this married hetero boomer.
That's your new nickname, David, the picnic basket.
David, the picnic basket.
Oh, did Tom Sizemore
kick it?
Did he really,
Tom
Mr. G?
Sizemore's dead?
I believe that. I know what my clips are
I
tomorrow.
believe it. I mean,
he's a good actor, too.
Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see.
I get his apartment in the Eastern Columbia building. He lived in Johnny Depp's building.
For as much as people die when Howard is not around, we've had more people die while we're doing the show.
I know, right? Once a week, someone.
According to CNN, Tom Sizemore's family is deciding end-of-life matters. Rep
he's
says.
still alive.
Family of actor says are currently deciding end-of-life matters following an update from doctors. Okay, so I don't know if they're greatly exaggerated, but I think, well, maybe they've already done it. I don't know.
I don't even think he's 60 yet. I got to console Heidi Fleiss after this.
Of course, here's a lovely USA Today.
Josh Foster, Monique. I'm sorry to interrupt. Dan's papers got the scoop first.
Yes, of course. Of course, followed by the Time Sizemore thing. What's going on with him is a Yahoo News thing that says judge dismisses lawsuit alleging Tom Sizemore groped an 11-year-old girl. Actor still dismayed by the allegations, but didn't he fuck up? He got on drugs and whatever. We can talk about him tomorrow. Who really gives a shit about Tom Sizemore? Another one, a knock knock, and it would be Tom Sizemore.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's go to the next knock knock.
Robin? Oh, it's Tom Sizemore.
Wait, let's go to the next knock knock. Here we go.
You'll be allowed back into the Oscars, so any second now.
Oscars coming up soon.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the knock knock guy because I guess he wasn't ready yet, right?
Oscars coming up soon.
Yeah. There he is. Will Smith. Hey, hi.
Hey, yeah, Howard. What's up, man? What's going on?
Doesn't sound anything like him, but okay.
You know Will Smith.
Which then leads into
I can do a better Will
Chris
Smith.
Rock thing. I think he's the same guy who does Obama.
Yep.
Yeah, it's what's his name?
He did a wiki on
Jay
him today.
Farrow movie. Jay Farrow.
Yeah.
Jay Farrow. So then he did a whole mini wiki with Jay Farrow.
That's so bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I say it's bizarre because it's exactly what happened with Lovitz. Right, he brought Lovitz in off a weird crowbarred impression, and then it spiraled into a wiki interview with Lovitz.
Lovitz.
low energy. Howard Geronimo.
Lovitz.
Yeah,
Okay.
Arm doesn't like to know the names.
No.
He's too cool for school.
That's right. He likes not knowing.
Lovitz. Lovitz. It's not Lovitz.
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 John Lovitz. That's how.
No, you didn't say it that way. You said Lovitz.
I did.
You said
Lovitz.
Lovitz. You kept saying Lovitz.
John Lovitz.
Okay. All right, it's my last clip for the night. You guys should be really excited. Oh, wait. Okay, shush. It's my second to last clip. I'm sorry.
Ah, boo.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe so I can get that stupid thing off of the side of my thing here. But you should. Hold on, I'm going to move Dennis up there for a second.
I'll move it so I can go.
Okay.
Oh, it's right there. Look at that.
There it is.
It's right over at Howie's face.
See where that is? Ring my bell, baby. Ring my motherfucking bell. Okay. Ring my bell. Ring
Ding-a-ling-ling. Gina Bobina in Two Masks that says Artie Lang outlived Tom Sizemore. Who would have thought of that? I know. It's
Once
always
again.
Artie outliving whoever we bring up.
Once again. Okay, so. Okay, we can call JD's whole thing gross, and we can talk about disgusting moments on the show. But then they take this phone call about this chick who said, I don't even think she was a chick. I think she was old. So she was like this older woman who was talking about the fact that she's on Ozempic and it causes constipation, and she was having real. Did you hear this part, Dennis?
I heard this, and I wanted to forget I heard it.
It was so disgusting, and
Ronnie's
so,
involved. Come on, it's great.
It's so vile. And yes, I will agree 1,000% that a palate cleanser is in.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play.
I did not
This
see
or
that coming.
that.
That you got me again. Oh, my Judy Ostrowski over here.
So this chick calls in and she says that she has impacted shit. This is the conversation. No, it's not hot because then what she decides she's going to reveal to all of us.
Oh, I heard this. Oh my
Xavier, are you listening?
The odds of me staying with this show after this clip is 3,720 to 1.
But our dude has been known to be wrong.
Wait, are you actually looking this up? Like, are you
No.
actually doing like an odds thing right now?
No, that's from
That's
Star
C3PO.
Wars.
Empire Strikes
They
Back.
make it into
come
an asteroid field.
Okay.
Dennis, wasn't it
Successfully
you and
navigating an
K
asteroid
Tate
field.
and Reno and Kive
Empire
96
Strikes Back.
and your little Mocketeers talking about what if you tune into the show today? This is the first day you listen and you hear this shit. How could you imagine a new listener tuning in and this is what you're getting? You haven't listened to any of the show and you hear this.
Thank you, Coach. This is because I am in touch with what's going on in America. They should pay me a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what they pay Robin, and I would do her job for her. And you know what? I'd even chuckle a little bit at the stupid fuckface that's sitting across from me. Just a little chuckle. Just a little chuckle. All right, so here we go. Listen to this gross ridiculousness. I mean, I swear to God, it's not getting into it. You just need to know.
And I go, oh my God. And I can feel it in there, right? So I go, I don't want to have to dig it out. So I said, all right, plan B. You don't tell me.
Plan B. Now, I did not see this coming.
When I did this, but I'm anally masturbated with one of those big, thick curling irons. It's a good size. It'll stretch it out. And I figure maybe it'll loosen it up in there. Nothing.
I'm without words. I'm just without words.
Okay, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't. It's just the thought that they could go there with the fake phone call from Buchwald is just amazing.
Notice how the chat
I would
stopped.
believe
That's just like stop.
Wilding wrote that.
I would believe it if Gat Girl sent me a PM and said, "Okay, that was me with the fucking hot curling iron." It wasn't
Gat Girl though.
But that wasn't Gat Girl.
Was that Elaine Bennett's clip
writing
when you need it? Fake.
Can you even imagine? Okay, so first off, this is what they make very soft, giant plastic dildos for if you need to shove something up your ass so badly.
Yeah.
You don't need a metal curling iron
up your ass.
He's crying.
What's the one, the little adjustable thing that you
yes,
clip
the little
hair?
flicky thing. Yes, exactly. It comes out like this. So I can't imagine that would be something that would perhaps cure your impacted shit from.
What if it's plugged in?
You know, I don't know enough about impacted shit, but I would assume that it would just push that further up.
Absolutely.
Casey's eating Tara's.
Casey, you're eating way too late. Okay, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you can't. You're not supposed to eat this late.
You're not supposed to eat this late. This is what causes a little bit of belly flab. Not that you have any, but you know that could potentially cause some belly flab if you're eating this late.
Oh,
so yeah, that was disgusting. Just thought I'd share that with
Thanks
you
for
before we
sharing.
now,
Thanks,
in fact,
Wilding.
come to the end of the show. So here we are. At the end of the show, I've cut out the music because I got in trouble last time from playing just the slightest bit of Shout It Out Loud by Kiss. Okay. All right, Nozetta. Thank you. Here we go.
Yeah. All right, Nikki. Let us know how it goes, okay? All right. Thank you. I
Had her on for like 20 minutes.
do see
absolutely.
Mr. Clock on the wall saying, how
Oh, sorry. You needed to hear that. Listen to how we decide we're going to end the show because what do we see?
Right, thank you. I do see Mr. Clock on the wall saying, Howard, it's time for you to go.
I see Mr. Clock on the wall saying, Howie, it's time to go.
You can't help any more people, Howard. It's time for you to go.
Yeah, you know, there's only so much Howard to go around. But Howard will be here tomorrow. And Howard, by the way, speaking of medical stuff, Dr. Egg is going to come in and tell us some interesting shit about. He wrote a book. And on Wednesday, I don't want Sal to have an orgasm on air, but Kiss will be here, the whole band, and the guys are going to do a couple of songs, and we're going to talk to Kiss. Full makeup, by the way.
So Kiss is coming in full makeup so that they can show a guy on a Zoom call how cool it is. Can you imagine them getting all fucking dressed up to come on the
So
Stern
when was
Show?
this recorded? Because they're not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do this.
No way.
When was this recorded? And also, I know I showed that that what's his face's daughter just got married last
Gene
week
Simmons.
and in Malibu and
Yeah,
saw.
So is that call gonna lead into something from like Kiss just came out with their own version of Miralax.
Ooh,
It's
who the fuck knows what they're doing?
So,
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, I can't take it.
I know, it's horrible. It's horrible. All right, so we are just about done, and we are just cutting it off right now. John, what do I need to play?
You can roll it over to tomorrow if you want to keep this.
What's
tight.
relevant?
It's all relevant in my opinion.
Everything's always relevant. I know that.
It's Howard having John Manelli fired for exposing his ratings and listenership. He worked for the Post, and John Manelli comes on Opie and Anthony and tells exactly why and how he exposed. You can roll it over tomorrow if you want.
Okay, and then the Pelican Brief stuff. What is that?
In 2006, that was the first Pelican Brief. They had a Pelican Brief before the one we know and love. So they did one back then, and it was a seminar with Sabian and Pharrell and Bubba, and it was a creepy. And then Artie talks about, they all talk about how it was announced that they have no accountability. Artie makes a comment like, the only way we can get in trouble is if we kill someone on the air. We have no accountability.
Okay,
we have no.
I'm going to play those two clips, and that's what we're ending
Play it
with.
tomorrow. Play it tomorrow.
No. I want to play it now because then I always say tomorrow, and I never play it tomorrow.
Well,
but
let's
they're
make
only
a
like
pact.
a minute 30 and something, so I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to play it right now.
Don't miss TV. All right, so we'll see what happens there. Yesterday, we had a big summit meeting, which I was kind of goofing on. I thought it was going to be dumb, but I actually thought it was pretty good.
I actually was like, well...
But it was pretty good. Like what Tim Sabian did was he got all of us together in an auditorium, about 80 of us who all work for the channels.
Eerie how much it's like.
And it was sort of a meeting where everybody got up and talked about what they were up to. Everyone got to know each other. And it really gave me a lot of pride to see how far we've come in just a few short months.
Being, like this organization, like...
This is at the beginning of Sirius.
Mm-hmm. This is towards the end of the first year.
People I don't know who are working with us.
Right. So it was kind of good. Like, and like I said to Tim afterwards, you did a good job here. This was really good to do. And he says, yeah, I know about this kind of crap. I told you.
Yeah, I was really shocked that he had slides and organization and charts and graphs and everything.
Tim's the shit, man. He was doing. So we had like the first Howard Stern Show Summit.
It was fun. It was actually, I think, very productive and.
I thought you were sleeping for we had this summit, and it gave us a chance to review sort of what everyone does at the channels and what we want to do for the future.
80 people meeting, Mac. Yeah. Back then,
it was amazing. Again, Bubba the Love Sponge. We had
That only includes Howard TV and the news people who were immediately chopped off. That's 20 people right there.
Yeah.
Everybody there.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge's crew had statistics. Like Bubba got up and gave a speech.
1,000 listeners.
He said that we have 6,000 new listeners every day joining us. Walt Sabo, who's a consultant here,
Didn't we just say there was only 1.2 million cum?
Yes. That guy, Manelli, goes into that.
And the guys, it was great to get everyone together in the same room. I even got up and spoke. I wasn't planning on saying anything, but a few minutes beforehand, Tim said it might be nice if you got up. So I said, I'll be happy to get up.
Well, it looked like the heads of all the other shows were speaking. So
yeah, so I got up and said something and, talked about how proud I was of what we've done and where we've come from. And
out and see all those people who work with you.
Yeah, and to see all of these people working on the channels and doing such a great job. And I know that many people in our industry are envious of what we have here and what we've created.
Well, you said that, and I said, well, where is he?
They're only envious because of your fucking
I'm talking
salary.
to a lot of folks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear a lot of stories. And I also hear from a lot of people who want to join us.
Basically, the tone of the meeting, that you don't know where you are, let us tell you.
Right.
So that, because we're...
What was that knocking noise?
I might have been Fred.
in
back
an
then.
enclosed environment here, and you may not know what's going on outside.
Well, creatively, it's insane because there are no ratings. So if we think something's funny, we just stick it on the air, and that's really powerful.
No ratings and no censorship.
Right.
That's it.
Well,
Is this like a commercial? Is that what they're trying to do here?
you better talk to Bubba about that.
Yeah, Bubba's been censored a few times.
Well, I mean, you can't kill someone.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's...
They've been stopping him from murder.
Yeah, he's upset that he can't kill people on the air.
Censorship, I mean, everything short of a crime.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to make sure people don't die, but other than that, it's a pretty good...
And you can let fucking social deviants sniff young girls' panties.
He gave a speech at the summit, and imagine a big auditorium right downstairs at the McGraw-Hill building.
Oh, yes, summit.
It's
a fucking Pelican Brief.
Bubba gave a speech.
Just love being here. It just makes my day and family, and because of Howard, Tim, Jeremy Coleman, and the people, Jim McClure.
You hear that, Monique? You had Jeremy Coleman back then. I didn't even realize he was with the show back then.
Yeah.
He was in a different role. I remember for some reason Jeremy Coleman. I mean, if you look at his
technology, I think he was like technology or something
shit like this. All right,
if Jeremy Coleman's gay, and I wasn't kidding when you talk. I mean, I talked to you talked to Opie the other day, And isn't that like a perfect guy to champion this gay show that we have now? I didn't even realize that.
Don't forget also that the head of Sirius is a transvestite, a transsexual.
That's a very good point. That's another great point.
Well, the guy that founded it.
The guy that founded it. But he was
not
still there when
since
Howard.
then. Yep.
He was still there when Howard first started.
That's the first Pelican brief. I couldn't believe it. It's eerie.
I think so. I think he was the first person who was in charge when Howard. We'll have to look that up for tomorrow. I got to go to sleep. It is time. I love you all.
Can you play the Minnelli stuff tomorrow, please?
I promise you, I will play the.
Howard had him fired.
Liza Minnelli stuff for tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.